let's do a cheers to the Sobeys Safeway Liquor Beer for the podcast.
We ride again.
I love you guys.
Careful, that cake's hot.
Check-in, come on, let's go. It's the AM Nasty Big Hello. It's Matt Static, AM Radio. It's the Play Alberta Nielson Show. Let's go. Everybody tune in, even my wife.
Mommy likes too.
And those Macromella intros are cutting like a knife. Hey, it's Mitch texting in, he's your dealer for life. Let's crack a 6 o'clock and log in with some sirloin bites.
Very good Tuesday morning to you. Welcome to the Nielson Show with Lieutenant Eric. Without Dustin Nielson or Lieutenant Eric, it's Matt Awanek. It's Dave Jamieson once again with you here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports. Presented by Play Alberta. Download the app. Visit them at playalberta.ca. EST Sports Deposit 50. Get a free $50 sports bet. YouTube Trev with us here as well. It is the final full day of live programming before EST takes our Christmas break. We won't be on the air tomorrow. We're off for the 25th, 26th. Dustin Nielson back in next Monday. But this is the final morning show until Christmas. Lots to get to on the show today. The Nielson Show presented by Weiss Johnson, Edmonton's Train Home for Comfort specialist for nearly 50 years. Get your home comfortable now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Train. Train, it's hard to stop a train. Visit wjsportstalk.com today. Lots to get to on the show today. We'll get to morning announcements momentarily. We have Fired Up for Gemco Fireplaces. We've got Craig Button, our GS Construction Hockey Insider. We've got Confessions for Spectrum Rental. Play Alberta Early Bird Bet of the Day. James Duthie of TSN and the author of Certified Beauties.
Canada's Anchor.
Used to be a regular with the Dave Jamieson Show Thursdays at 1 o'clock. Our first chance to talk with him since those days live on air. Last time I saw him was in an airport. Him and I were coming back. I flew out with my dad to go watch Copa America, Canada, Argentina in Atlanta.
Yes, I remember that.
There was a direct flight Edmonton back to Edmonton from Atlanta at 6 a.m. He was there for TSN covering it. Him and his producers were on that flight back to Edmonton because it was Game 6 that night here in Edmonton for the Stanley Cup. And he's like, I didn't know how many people would be flying doing both. And there was a handful of us that did, Copa America one day, Stanley Cup final the next day. Last time I saw James Duthie, though. So he will join us. We've got kind of easy trivia for Mr. Mike Steakhouse Casual. We're looking for 71-0 in the Cruise FM era. Thank you to everyone for listening on Cruise FM. Variety, that rocks 95.7. 3 questions too many for the great staff at Park Mazda. We've got Beer of the Week for Sobeys Safeway Liquor. Taylor from Polyrhythm Brewing will stop by. We got the GCL Diesel Orange and Blue Breakfast as it's a Battle of Alberta today, Oilers Flames. And then we got the wrap for William Huff. We've got a lot to jam in on the show today. Before you jump in with whatever else you need to, I've also set a bunch of time at 6:30. Today is Festivus, which is from Seinfeld.
Yes,
for anyone
yes.
It's the airing of grievances. 780-218-9999. That is the Paris Jewelers inbox. You could also jump into the Nasty Chat. 6:30. We're going to air your grievances. What grievances do you have? Sports, life, whatever it is.
Bring them here.
Bring them here, and we're going to spread them out into the universe for you. We'll be the ones to get the megaphone for you, to throw that out there. So get those into us, 780-218-9999. Also, be text the inbox. Sorry, you're going for possibly win Royal Pizza text of the day.
Oh, okay. When you say spread those grievances out into the world, are we trying to amplify them, or are we trying to help the people sort of work their way through them or feel better about
Sometimes
what it
you
is
just
that
need
ails
to
them?
go into a room and yell.
Oh, okay.
Right? To just feel better. That's what we are here for. We will be that megaphone.
Not just sports.
To throw that out there.
We're here to make you feel better.
As it is Festivus.
All right.
Yeah, so 6:30. 6:30. That's we're not. It's not going to be the whole show. We're not going to do this whole thing. It's also the 6 o'clock hour. It's our last one before Christmas. I think I only gave one conch yesterday.
Well, let's
if you
up
want
our
a conch, feel free. Feel free to throw those in. Conch for Dave Jameson for being here. Back to back days. How's that? Well deserved.
Just for showing up, right?
Just for
the
you want to know
simple
something?
act of appearing.
Dustin Nielson and Lieutenant Eric did not show up today.
No,
they did not show up yesterday. You showed up.
Eric's drinking in a bar in a mall in Saskatoon. Fair? At Bugsy's? Or what was once Bugsy's?
Yeah, I think.
Attached to a Smitty's. You know you're having a night when you're, and with great respect to Smitty's lounges, I've been in several. When you post up in one of those and hunker down for a few hours, you're into some good stuff.
Rob from the Grove does ask, what time do the feats of strength start? So Festivus can't end until the feats of strength. George had to take down Frank Costanza. We will not be doing that. Although
log rolling.
There was a situation at the old place where one of our former hosts wanted one of our interns to take him down for the feats of strength.
Okay, well, name names. I mean,
I'm not naming. I'm gonna name names later.
Wouldn't have been low tide.
No. It wasn't a recent
know an
person.
intern's name.
It wasn't. No, he wouldn't.
Yeah. Your son.
That was great. He'd walk by and be like, "What's the person's name?" It's Tyler Yaremchuk.
Okay, remind
4
me
months
tomorrow.
into the
Remind me
practicum.
tomorrow when I forget his name again. Yes.
Love Tide. I miss him. But yeah, no, it wasn't Tide. Tide did not force an intern to do the feats of strength with him.
Okay.
We will not be doing that. I will not be. Honestly, quite frankly, if I told Trev, hey, feats of strength, you got to take me down today, it'd be like 10 seconds. I'd be down.
But we would turn that into content, right? That would get us more subs and DOMs or whatever it is we're chasing.
Yeah,
that's right. Chase
Hit the thumbs
subs.
up button. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up button. Thank you to everyone listening across the Edmonton Sports Talk audio streams, edmontonsportstalk.com, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, as well as watching on YouTube or listening on podcast. Trev, you're going to jump in there?
Feats of strength. Well, what exactly do you mean by this? Like literally?
Have you ever watched Seinfeld?
No.
You have to pin down the other person.
Okay, so it's okay.
Sounds like a standard Friday night for you.
Fun.
So-
that sounds fun. Yes,
Yes,
I know.
it does.
This is very familiar. Okay.
Yes.
So, yeah, it was George Costanza had to take down his dad and pin down his dad. And thus, Festivus would come to an end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, I learned something. I also learned I was just Googling Festivus, and then you said, "Oh, Seinfeld." I'm like, "Oh, okay, it's a TV thing."
Yeah, I have.
So that's good. So it's essentially just
Happy Festivus! Happy Festivus! Happy Festivus! It's a Festivus miracle!
okay. I think I heard that before. So essentially, it's like we have confessions later.
It's
a version of.
It's not confessions. It's airing of grievances.
Yeah. Okay.
It's more
you
than
feel
like
bad for something.
Well, airing of grievances could be well, how does Frank Costanza say it? Somebody's going to correct me. Like, I have issues with you people, and you're going to hear about it. I think that's the quote.
Okay.
Like, I have issues with you people, and you're going to hear about it. So it's like, I have issues with the world, and I'm going to let everyone know right
You've
now.
been packing,
Okay.
Like
you've been
it's-
packing this stuff around for a while,
The
and now is
entire
your
year.
chance to
Just let
unburden.
it out.
Yes.
Okay, just out with it. We'll
Like-
either deal
I
with
better
it
be careful
or
here.
we
Hey,
won't.
Baltimore Ravens, hold on to the damn football. I'm tired of these fumbles. Or it could be just very personal. Like, well, I'm not even going to go into an example. I don't have one right off the top of my head. But that's what the airing grievance. It's more.
I like it.
I'm just trying to think. I got beef type segment.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Cool.
But full time. No, it was not Will, by the way.
is fun.
Somebody asking was if is that a Will thing for the feats of strength. It was not Will. It's honestly somebody most people would forget by.
That would be a Will thing.
Will could be the answer for a lot of things. That would not be one of them. Yes.
What do we got? Yeah, okay. Well, a couple of grievances coming in, so I'm going to save those ones.
But give them a
6:30.
sample. But just a sample so that for others who are new to all of this, just an idea. To identify what might it be.
Right now it's with other
radar.
people.
I don't know.
Well, I think this one, the Smitty TM14.
Yes.
I think this is his airing of grievances. He's upset with the disrespect to Brock Purdy and the forgetfulness. I am one of those that disrespects Brock Purdy. I won't lie.
After a performance like last night, you still feel that way?
Well, I don't think he is
an elite quarterback.
I wouldn't put him in my top 5 elite quarterbacks. I think he's, but I'm more than happy. Like I'm interested by his contract because I do feel like the 49ers are more of a system than the quarterback, which there's nothing wrong with that. We have seen
You're not going to use game manager.
No, which I don't think is a knock.
A lot of people do.
I don't think so.
If you manage a game well and win,
that's
then
all.
How is that a pejorative?
If you're protecting the football, you're getting the ball into the players' hands that are going to make plays. I don't see how that's a bad thing.
No, unless they're changing how we analyze
You're not
football.
Patrick Mahomes. Now that said, like there was 5 touchdowns yesterday, Brock Purdy.
Yes, I watched the game like many of our listeners and viewers. Yeah.
It was and like Smitty team for top 5 in efficiency. To me, like that. Now that we're going to game manager territory, I would want that.
But you know why we do that with him is he is branded as Mr. Irrelevant. You will never not have that as part of his story. That will never go away. In fact, everything he does in games like last night, it makes it even more improbable that he's doing what he's doing now.
Yeah, but it's also with him, like it is improbable what he's doing. It makes it. We've seen other quarterbacks have success with that franchise. Like he was in that NFC Championship game, whatever, the 4th option, the 3rd option. Mm-hmm. That's where it's like I'm not. To me, he's not Josh Allen still. He's not Patrick Mahomes.
And never will be.
But you could go win a Super Bowl with him.
Yes.
I just don't know if I'd want to commit all that guaranteed money to him. But maybe I'll be proven wrong. But Smith TM 14. He has been a big fan. Well, he's a 49ers fan, but a big fan and defending Brock Purdy. And it's hard to be a detractor of Brock Purdy today after his performance against the Indianapolis Colts, which also credit to
Christian McCaffrey.
Or Christian McCaffrey. Also credit to Philip Rivers for yesterday. This is now morning announcements that we'll get into.
Yes. We're hopping all over the place.
Well, we're live in the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen studio, by the way. Limited time at Popeyes. 3-piece of the delicious bone and chicken for just $8. Philip Rivers, 277 yards passing on his second start. 2 touchdowns. Late interception to end the season for the Indianapolis Colts. They will not be making the playoffs. I think there's still a little path for them to make it, but it's very, very unlikely.
It's a real shame given what happened to Daniel Jones and what they were doing in Indianapolis.
Well, and they gave up a lot of picks to make moves at the deadline. They went all in. And what was the Colts' record down this stretch here? You know, they started off the season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-2. Have lost 5 straight since. And they're going to be seeing themselves out of the playoff picture. No first-round pick now, but hopefully things could go next year. I'm not going to bet on Daniel Jones being Daniel Jones again, but what do I know?
But we are in the time in the NFL of redemption quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Guys that you thought were absolutely rinsed, right? Who go somewhere else and find a way. I mean, that's one of the great story arcs of the NFL for the last couple of years.
Sam Darnold.
Yes.
Daniel Jones.
Goff.
Jared Goff. I don't think anyone was predicting that he'd go as things would go as well as they did.
Gardner Minshew.
Actually, Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield.
Baker
sorry.
Mayfield.
Yeah,
would be
Baker
the big
Mayfield.
One.
Sorry.
Mayfield would be the big one.
Yeah.
Who else would be maybe a little bit? Ryan Tannehill, after he went to Miami, left Miami, was in with Tennessee. He had a couple of really good years there. He was never that quarterback in Miami. He was that quarterback elsewhere. The NFL, I wonder how many talents didn't get developed properly because teams were so quick to move on from them, and no other team took that shot.
There's no time.
And that's the sad part.
Yeah, there's no
Because
time.
sometimes you need these quarterbacks need the time, and it's the best thing to do is to let them sit for a couple of years. Jordan Love, the Green Bay Packers have had 3 quarterbacks since 91, I think, 92, 93, somewhere in there when Brett Favre showed up, and they bring in Aaron Rodgers.
And that's why you have 44-year-olds and 41-year-olds running offenses in the NFL today.
Let some of these older guys develop a little longer, but the problem is that the coach is on a hot seat from the GM who's on a hot seat, and so the QB's on a hot seat. So they constantly want to quickly change the QBs, and then they're changing the head coach quickly, and then eventually the GM's gone. And what did they miss in the
In the
whole thing?
NFL, there's no time to trust the process.
No, they didn't build the offensive line in the whole process, so the quarterback's been getting destroyed. It's a shame that the NFL is just such a show me now
Well,
or
sure it is.
move on. Whereas
been for a long
hockey,
time, but-
hockey has gone there only with coaches right now. It is a very quick churn of coaches now.
You're referring to Mark Savard. You're still having
No,
tough
I
time
just
processing
the
that
fact
move.
that Chris Knobloch is top 10, I think, or is he 11th most tenured coach in the National Hockey League? That's ridiculous.
He might even be top 5 right now, honestly.
I don't think he's top 5 now.
He's close.
List of NHL coaches.
John Cooper's the longest.
Cooper's longest.
Now you're talking
Then Jared
tenured with their current
current team.
Oh, with their current team.
Cooper,
Yeah, okay.
Bednar, Brendamore, the only 3 coaches hired pre-2022. Then it goes
How
St.
long is
Louis.
Marty St. Louis? I was just going to say.
He's number 4.
Yeah.
Cassidy in Vegas is 6. Or 5th, I should say. Paul Maurice, Spencer Carberry, Andrew Burnett. He's going to be fired probably this season, so everyone will move up. Ryan Huskin, Calgary, and then Chris Knobloch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's 10th. Chris Knobloch is 10th. And he
stakes
was
are
hired.
higher.
And he was hired just a little over 2 years ago.
Yeah, that's crazy.
10th.
We don't
It's
live.
funny. All those coaches, I just feel like, oh yeah, they were just hired a few years ago.
Yes. And
But
it's
we don't have the time.
No.
And when I say we, ownership, fan,
well,
media,
and on top,
matters
like,
not, frankly.
again, Marty St. Louis, February of 2022. The jump to number 3, Rob Brendamore, 2018, he was hired. Bednar, 2016. Cooper, 2013. Ridiculous quick turn.
Pack light.
And that's
you get
why it's
one
like
of
I
these
look there.
jobs.
You
Don't
like
get settled.
Chris Knobloch's 2 Stanley Cups. He's fine this year. As we go into next year, I sit there and go, okay, well, the timeline says it could be any moment if things go bad. Like I didn't buy it this year
What, that they would make a
that
move?
they would make a move on
No.
him. But next year you have a 5-game losing streak. The questions will be asked. It's just how things sadly work. Morning announcements still to get to. Battle of Alberta today. Oilers, Flames.
One of the holy days in the hockey calendar.
Last time these two teams met, opening night, the Calgary Flames with a comeback victory. It all looked good for the Edmonton Oilers.
Sure did.
Everything was looking great, and then the Edmonton Oilers, they faltered. They let the Flames back in it, and well, the Flames got that victory. So revenge for the Edmonton Oilers. They will see this. It's a back-to-back. They'll be playing after the Christmas break as well. Washington State Cougars, big, famous Idaho Potato Bowl winners from yesterday. I'm sure you all watched that, just like I did.
No.
Dominating victory from the Cougs.
Highlights only.
Wazoo were outstanding. They got the big bowl of potatoes afterwards. It was a great game. Very
What do you
proud
do
of that
with
program.
those? They donate those to a food bank?
That's
what
actually a really
happens
good
with
question. I would take it and plant it. It'd be if I was a player,
those? Yes.
plant the potatoes so that you could get more potatoes. It'd be it was from my famous Idaho Potato Bowl days.
Is that what you do? You take a fully evolved potato and drive it back into the ground? Or
Once
how
it
does
has
that
the
work?
sprouts coming out and it's all showing up,
it's-
I think you could
Trev,
bury.
you're a man of the land.
I think you could bury that and then you could
I don't know.
grow that.
I don't know.
You don't have no idea.
No, like I see some of those fruits. I know pineapple. You cut a pineapple, like just the root of it, or like the top half, and then
Yes.
you just put it in the dirt, and then it'll grow. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy to me. I love watching that stuff. Like, like if that comes on my TikTok reels or like my For You page, I'm in. I love watching things grow.
I have a vision of you in your basement suite with your shirtless Russian landlord watching YouTube videos of pineapples growing, and it all makes sense.
Yeah,
and I can see it.
It's so satisfying to watch. So when they do the time lapse, right? It's like, 1 week, and then it grows real quick. Obviously, it's not that quick, but
Well, I can. Once it goes, it will go.
They make it into like a 30-second video, and you're like, wow, that's fast.
Oh, that part of it.
Yeah.
It's like sourdough starter. I made my own sourdough starter.
Oh,
Takes
that's
a little bit
fun.
of time. Takes just a few weeks, but takes like 30 seconds a day to deal with it.
And it's like alive.
It is.
Isn't that crazy?
And it just grows.
Wait a minute. You were making sourdough starter.
I made a sourdough starter.
Quite the process.
I started from from the very beginning, and I made one that is active.
It sounds like one of my grade 4 or 5 science things that we did.
And it's one of those things that it just takes like you don't think anything's happening, then one day all of a sudden you just see it grow, and you're like, oh, look at that, it works. I did it.
So cool.
It just takes patience.
Is that not like sea monkeys?
Sea monkeys are
Oh, yeah.
monkeys are just the most easiest pet to have.
Oh,
I was
yes.
fascinated by those when I was younger.
Because you just get the packages, you put them together, and then I don't think you have to do anything with them. They just are there. I always wanted sea monkeys. We should get office sea monkeys.
That'd be
maybe.
cool.
We don't have to take care of them. Orca driver into the inbox. No NFL quarterback should be drafted in the first round. The expectations are too high around the game from college to the pros is a completely different monster. They should start in the third and fourth round when they can get some time to season and get used to the speed of the game. First and second round picks are expected to be immediate impact players.
Amen. Look at Trevor Lawrence. We talked about this with Mike Tenier yesterday.
Well, if you want to go through the last few years, I saw a list of like the last 2 years of quarterbacks taken, and there's a lot of just like, but part of that is we're not developing them then. We're just throwing them in and be like, start and win us football games. We're bad for a reason, and football, there's a lot of reasons to be bad. And you can't just, especially in the National Football League, bring all those players in a snap of a finger. And yet we're expecting a quarterback to also be able to deal with a bad offensive line
or
from
no
a game
wide receiver. That is
so
decidedly different from what they're going to in the NFL. I mean,
your defense is garbage. You're going to that team, and somehow you're supposed to be the savior. It actually is quite alarming how many busts there are in that first round. But I understand it's the sexy pick. Well, we can't win without a top quarterback. It's why, like the Tennessee Titans, they can't keep winning football games. They just won this week. How many wins do they have? 2? Is it 3 now?
I think there are 3.
They're 3 wins now. That's very poor for them because they've jumped up to 5th on the list. But okay, even 5th. Okay, now you don't need a quarterback because you drafted one last year. You could actually go focus on a position that can help improve your. If I was building a team, I would almost build it in a way, a San Francisco 49er way. Not trying to knock Brock Purdy again here, but I would build my team, and then once I feel my team's ready, I would go get my quarterback.
As opposed to a lot of people, placeholders. You would have placeholders until you felt you had the guy.
Get me a Josh McCown for a little bit. Make sure I have.
How about a Josh Rosen?
I want to make sure I have a solid offensive line and a good running of the game because it can work. And then
it's reliable.
Nice
it's reliable.
Rex Ryan and Mark Sanchez won 2 AFC championship games because they had a great defense, which is also a big part of this. But they ran the football. And they didn't ask Mark Sanchez to be just the guy. Like he had, and because they ran the football, when he did have to go throw, well, there was respect to the run game, so it got people open.
Mm-hmm. But we digress on an Oilers game day.
Well, we will have the GCL Diesel orange and blue, or GCL Diesel orange and blue breakfast. That is coming up a little bit later. Not much else really in sports. Things are starting to quiet down a little bit more. Craig Button will be by. We will talk some World Juniors with him as that gets going on Boxing Day out in the Twin Cities. Well, I think it's all in Minneapolis, or is it all in St. Paul? I actually don't even know that part.
I would think you would have them in both spots, would you not?
2026 World Juniors. I always get the year wrong because it's when it ends, not when it starts. Minneapolis, St. Paul, so there will be games in Minneapolis and St. Paul.
Right.
3M Arena at Mariucci in Minneapolis and Grand Casino Arena at St. Paul.
There you have it.
It's the 50th edition.
Sure.
I did not know it was the 50th.
For a long time.
I didn't know it was the 50th. It should be in Canada. It's here in Edmonton next year.
Yes, it is.
It's not like
Didn't we just have it?
we had 3 of them. Now, 2 of them were impacted by bubbles and
that's
stuff,
right, yeah.
and COVID and all that stuff. One outright got canceled. But I think we've had like 3 of them. So we've had a lot. Coming up here on the Nielsen Show here on Edmonton Sports Talk, clear choice for Edmonton sports. As I said, Festivus, airing of grievances. We'll get into those. Text them into the Paris Jeweler Gym Box, 780-218-9999. We got fired up for Gemco Fireplaces. And coming up in the 7 o'clock hour, Craig Button and James Duthie, both of TSN, will be stopping by. I do want to send a conch out. Kaiser has this. Hey, Matt, can we get a conch for the amazing year of the Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric? I think the boys deserve one. That includes YouTube, Trev. So this conch is for you guys.
Thank you.
Slow clap.
Round of clicks
Yes.
as well. Round of clicks as well. He's Dave Jamieson. I'm Matt Owanek. We're in for Dusty and Eric on this Tuesday, the last day of live programming here on Edmonton Sports Talk before our Christmas break. We've got a sports update on Edmonton Sports Talk audio streams, a little bit of a break on Cruise FM, and then we're back with your airing of grievances here on the Nielsen Show on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We've got 13 games on tap in the NHL tonight, including the Oilers hosting the Calgary Flames. Be sure to tune in to the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pre- and post-game show with Tommy and Benny to preview tonight's Battle of Alberta. Puck drop begins at 7. Pre-game starts at 6. Elsewhere tonight, the Maple Leafs welcome in the Penguins. The Sabres look to win 7 straight tonight when they're in Ottawa. And the Montreal Canadiens are in Boston to take on the Bruins at 5 o'clock. Last night, the Toronto Maple Leafs fire assistant coach Mark Savard. Savard had been with the team since June of 2024 and just 4 games around the league as well. The Lightning skate away with a 4-1 win over the struggling Blues. The Canucks' 4-game win streak snapped after falling to the Flyers 5-2. The newly acquired Mason Marchment chipped in a pair of goals in the Blue Jackets' 3-1 win over the Kings. And the Kraken take down the Pacific Division leading Ducks 3-1. Yesterday's Monday Nighter saw Brock Purdy throw for 295 yards, good enough for 5 touchdowns as the 49ers now improve to 11-4 on the season with a 48-27 win over Phillip Rivers and the Colts. Over to the hard court, just 7 games in the association last night where Canadian star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has now scored 20-plus points in his 100th straight game. Thunder take this one 119-103, and Nikola Jokic posted a triple-double in the Nuggets' 135-112 win over the Jazz. A heavy slate tonight in the association with 14 games on the schedule, including the Raptors in Miami taking on the Heat. That one gets going at 5:30. The Sports Update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. For over 33 years, Paramount's family-owned business has a reputation for earning trust through fair pricing, dependable service, and quality workmanship. Get your home holiday ready with Paramount Flooring. Flooring for the life you live. Call 780-483-1991. Don't forget to mention EST for an extra 10% off. Great people at Paramount Flooring. Great people. I golfed with them. They're awesome.
Freezing winter temps going down tonight. You know what that means. The gloves are going on and the flow is steady. The water's about to freeze. Baby, it's ready. Out in the yard where the boards are up and the liner is down, I'm gonna make you such a special place, the best in our town. Baby, it's ready. Ooh, you and me just a floating in the dark, tossing our tubes and hitting it hard, make the smooth ice glow. Who needs a river when you got a rig? We're heating it up, just connect it to the sink and take it slow. Spraying the whole night through.
Lieutenant Eric Matawanek, Dave Jamieson in for Dusty and Eric here on this Tuesday. Welcome to everyone, or thank you for everyone tuning in on 95.7 Cruise FM. Variety that rocks, or on Edmonton Sports Talk. Portions of this hour, well, the 6 o'clock hour, it is presented by Ewell, your power play specialist. Ewell has the gear you need for your next electrical project. With 3 Edmonton area locations, you could order online at ewell.ca, your Edmonton-based partner in power and source for all things electrical. I said we will do Festivus, airing of your grievances.
I can't see it.
Oh, no, I have the song still going.
Happy Festivus. Happy Festivus. Happy Festivus. It's a Festivus miracle.
We will not be doing feats of strength again, but I'm here, JMO's here, Trev's here. We're going to air your grievances if you have any. Rob from the Grove, I have grievances with Dusty for not starting the Achy Breaky podcast again.
Oh, was that put on ice for a bit?
That's been put on ice right now for more than a little bit.
Okay.
It's been a while since the two.
Well, you do
Lieutenant
have a
Eric
lot
and
going
Dusty.
on.
They have to do one a month. That's all it was before, kind of.
Okay, but there's still a lot going on with EST.
Absolutely, but and maybe with the Achy Breaky podcast, Lieutenant Eric needs to find a new co-host for that one.
Doable? I mean, it's not plug and play, Matty. It's not like, Brock Purdy.
I couldn't plug it. I have no idea about 90s country. You 90s country?
No.
I don't know if anyone in our
I'm
office
not casting aspersions
No,
at country.
I'm trying to think. I wonder if anyone in
our
our office is kind of 90s country beyond those two. To anyone? Hernan doesn't seem that way. I don't think any of the young kids are.
Glue guy, I feel like a little bit.
Yeah. I could see that a little bit.
Football player.
That's his music, I
could see that. Glue guy and Eric bringing back the Achy Breaky podcast. Maybe that's what we push for.
That'd be good.
Vance Van Vandervan. I have a grievance with people who don't turn their taillights on in a fog or a snowstorm. Has phrase taught this city nothing?
I am pointing to the heavens after that text, like I do after I score touchdowns. Yes. How hard can it be to turn on your lights? And most vehicles now, correct me if I'm wrong, they just come on.
Yeah, they have the sensor. It's wild.
Yes.
It's a thing that's been around for a really long time.
God.
But if you don't turn it to the right, to auto, it won't work.
I share your anguish.
But if you don't put it on auto, it won't work that way.
Okay, well, then do that.
I know, but that's the problem is now you have to convince someone, like cars should just immediately leave with auto, but there shouldn't even be a setting. It should just always be set on auto to a degree. You could have buttons to override to turn them on if you need to or something.
Stuff like this falls under a heading for me. This can't be that hard. Just do it.
I agree.
Just do it.
I agree.
It's not an inconvenience.
Bones has a grievance. We're going to headlights again with Bones. I have grievances with the a-holes who install aftermarket headlights and don't re-aim them, so I am blind so they can see. I hate the super extra bright headlights behind me because I can't look in my rear view mirror because you're blinding me. Okay. I can't look in my side mirrors because you're blinding me, and you're actually making it harder for me on this road to drive.
All of that true. Take me to the moment in time when you go, God, I really could use some headlights in my vehicle that you can see from outer space. Like how are you getting there?
I don't know because I've never been there, so I couldn't answer.
In a remote area, okay.
Yeah, if I'm a hunter,
sure,
I need to go. Yeah, absolutely, I guess. Trev, do you have an answer to that?
You're a man of the land.
No, I'm just like, that's extremely unnecessary.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I'm like, this is ridiculous. You don't need those,
city
sir.
Dweller that needs something that,
It's like they want the massive lights for Commonwealth to brighten up Commonwealth. Sure. I'm going to need that on the road, but I'm going to blind everyone that's in front of me. Atif, taking this a little bit to sports.
Okay.
I have some grievances. Fan etiquette at Oiler games. Wait until the play stops to go to your seat, not during the play.
Are we doing that? I thought Rogers was fairly locked. They were fairly, rigid?
I don't know.
In their fan movement kind of deal. Isn't that been one of the criticisms of Rogers? It's like, don't stand, don't clap, don't make too much noise. Don't look over there. Don't,
It's like, careful with the standing and all that stuff.
All that.
Atif also adds One more, when you go to a coffee shop, know exactly what you want to order before you get there. Don't stand in the front of the line and take your time. I want my coffee, and I'll run you over if you don't know what you want from a tea.
Run you over. That's not a euphemism.
I see that one for sure. Like, just, what can I get?
But is some of the problem
and you're
here,
just
let
like,
me just,
brother.
I want to jump in on this. The now digital boards.
Oh, yeah.
So if you were
That's another good
unsure and you haven't memorized, pick a food provider of your choice, and those boards keep rotating through.
I hate that. Yeah.
The items, and you're unfamiliar, and you're like, hang on, wait, it's coming back.
It's a very good point, Jim.
Like
I get if you walk in and there's no line while you'd stand there and try to, like, you'd take your time. But there's also, like, stand to the side and let other people go.
Yeah.
If there's a lineup,
but
stand
there's
in
no
line.
chivalry anymore.
I know.
You would go, hey,
If there's a lineup, you stand in line. I think while you're in the line, you should be looking at that board and thinking about what you want. Like if the line, you're 5 people deep, that should be plenty of time for you to stand in the line, get to the front, and know exactly what you want. You shouldn't then be getting up there and being like, what do I want?
So we're into fast food etiquette. That is a grievance here.
Yeah, like
okay.
It's like golf. Like it's one of those ready golf type thing.
Oh yeah.
You don't have to go to the guy who's the furthest
address
back.
the ball.
If you get to your ball and you're ready to go hit it, the other person can wait, and then they'll hit. Ready order. Know what you want, but this is where I love mobile ordering. Pre-order, like Starbucks, you pre-order. Mm-hmm. You drive wherever you need to. Walk in, pick it up, walk out, leave. It's wonderful. Love it. Absolutely love it. A lot of texts coming into the Parish Jewelers inbox for Parish Jewelers. Stop in a store in Edmonton and area, West Edmonton Mall, Kingsway, Londonderry, Shore Park Mall, and St. Albert. Online also at parishjewelers.com. Spruce Grove, Corey, my grievance is the idea of Bouchard being elite on the power play. This power play runs through 97-29. Not a mid-defenseman whose biggest asset is a hard shot he never uses on the power play. So shots fired from Spruce Grove, Corey at Bouchard.
Is that fair? And never uses that shot? I mean, I don't have the numbers.
I know to start the season, I seen a stat where it was his shot compared to previous years. He was using it way more than what he was this year to start the season. I know that was, and it was actually like those numbers. I was pretty surprised because his first 2 years was just a boosh bomb, but that boosh bomb has. And it makes me think, has it been going in? Not really. So maybe is that why he's slowing down on it a little bit?
Well, I go is, okay, if that is in fact correct, but do we not need to credit other teams for either defending him differently?
Yeah.
Knowing that is at some point on an Oiler power play a go-to option.
But if you're elite, should you not find a way around that? I guess would be the argument against that. Like Connor, it's easy to, like, it's just... Don't let Connor, knock Connor down when he's skating across the blue line.
Yeah. Connor
doesn't allow you to do that because he just skates through because he's so elite.
Easy in theory, harder in execution.
Right.
I get
that with Bouchard here, too, where it's like, okay, well, they're finding a way to take it away. You should be elite enough to find a way to get it back in there. Is that just an extra pass back to you to fire? I don't know. I'm just in defense of that.
But are we not having conversations that Bouchard could or should be the 8th defenseman for Canada?
It's there.
So does
it's
that
between
not
him
make
and Schaefer
you elite?
a little bit.
Does that not make you elite? And then I guess if you believe that or don't believe it, then we should have a conversation what defines elite. Because elite might be Cale Makar and 3 other guys.
Yeah.
And you can't tell me that in the NHL there aren't more than Cale Makar and 3 other guys who qualify as elite. And I'm not, look, like anybody else, I'm aware of the conversations, the shortcomings, and the strengths of Bouchard. Yeah.
I also like to think that, do we really know like what McDavid and Leon are drawing, out there? Hey, let's use the shot. Maybe let's save that, but let's try to execute these plays first, and then we'll go to that. Those conversations for sure happen at times. But yeah, no, it is interesting. I'll just say if the shot, it's not there, whatever, but he's making passes. He's setting up plays on the power play. That's just clicking right now. So yeah,
C-Max from Southside. Hey, Maddie, don't be so cheap and get auto-dimming mirrors part of your next vehicle. My rear view mirror does have that dimming, and it still will be sometimes those headlights are bright through it. My rear view mirror does have the self-dimming. Not my side mirrors, though.
I'm not
just
check
gonna,
if I've got that.
I got my vehicle in like 2017. I'm not replacing it anytime soon. Right. It works. It runs. I have no need to go get a new car. Hot take, Kev. Morning, boys. You people are going to hear about my airing of grievances. It involves 8-year NHL contracts, 29 or 97. Sure, sign 8-year deals all day. Bottom 6 forwards who end up in the press box 30 games into their 8-year deal. Why? Merry Christmas, boys. I'm surprised it took that long to get a Trent Frederick airing of grievances for Festivus. Okay. But hot take Kev right there.
But yes, he would be the example closest to home of that. I have no quarrel with that grievance.
What do we have? We did have somebody with McDonald's in the nasty chat. The worst is people walk into McDonald's and don't know what to order. That is annoying. Menu hasn't changed in 50 years and you still don't know what you want.
Well,
which for some of them, like the Big Mac's still there. The Quarter Pounder's still there. McChicken is still there. Or you could do the Junior Chicken, whichever you want. They're there. You know. Also, Smith TM14, he does people who go to the drive-thru when they should have went inside the restaurant. I am not a drive-thru person. I have zero interest ever going through a drive-thru. I like getting out of my car, walking in, walking back out. I don't want to sit through a drive-thru. So I don't know.
Do you get the bag when they offer the bag? Do you pay the 5 cents? So you just carry all the food in your arms like
I don't care. I don't get that much. Or I'll bring something to put them in.
Like you walk in with a bag?
I walk in with a bag, yeah.
Okay.
But my question, so I'm not a drive-through etiquette. Like I don't. What is the etiquette on the drive-through then? Is it like certain amount of items? Like if I said, okay, to the office, okay, coffee order, is that a for sure? Okay, I've got 10 orders of coffee. I go in over drive-through? Like
you
what is it?
clearly haven't been in a drive-through recently. Yes, that is going down. That action is going down as we speak. Someone is pulling up and going through but
is that wrong?
Dark double roast. I don't know it.
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. But the etiquette is that not like because the thing was people who go through the drive-thru instead of going inside the restaurant. Is it based off of the amount you order that you should be going inside? Because I'm inside. I ordered just a coffee.
That sign. They need to post that. We will not.
But they're unwritten rules, Dave.
Well, but we're living in a time. You have to agree to this. With fewer social graces than we've ever.
But this goes back, like there's no, like we were talking about the line at the coffee shop. It's not written anywhere, but you should be, it's about being kind to others. You should know what you want to order by the time you get to the front. Are we not out of the kindness
game largely, except at this time of year when we...
So is there that drive-through etiquette where it's like, okay, I'm going to order a bunch of stuff. I'm like the express line at the supermarket, 15 items or less. Well, if I'm ordering 6 items or more. I should now go inside because I'm ordering a little too much for the drive-thru. Drive-thru is for quick. Is that the theory? Trev?
Unfortunately, J-Mo was right yesterday. We live in a dark world.
And what? So I was not wrong, guys. The darkness never goes away.
And I don't think there is any drive-thru etiquette. Not anymore. But there once was.
Lawless out there.
There once was, gentlemen. I remember, man, how many times have you paid for someone? You feel good today?
I got that last week.
I've never had that. I've never had that, man. I paid my dues.
Were they paid for you?
Yeah, I paid for several people.
I don't. Oh, see, I don't like that. I think that's. I don't like the pay it forward train.
I always ask though, is that bad of me? I'm like, hey, how much is the guy?
That doesn't surprise me that you would not like or appreciate just kindness.
But it's not it's because it's not about kindness anymore, and it's one of those. I don't know what that person ordered behind me. I might be
that's why
I just want a coffee.
I'll always ask.
And somebody bought my coffee. That's very kind of them. But now I'm expected to buy the person behind me, and they're ordering a coffee and a sandwich. And in the like, for some people out there, it's one of those like maybe there's those people that are going.
Kindness should have no price tag.
I'm a little tighter on money, or like I'm treating myself to a Starbucks or something, and I don't have it. You're not. Kindness isn't forced though. It shouldn't be forced, and it's being forced in those situations.
Yes, there you go.
I don't know. I understand where it could just put people in a bad spot, where then Trev has to sit there and be like, "Am I a bad person for saying no to the person behind me?"
Yeah.
At the same
Well,
time,
you
they would
should
never
feel
know.
shame as
But
you pull away.
no one's ever bought in mine, so that's why I try and start the thing.
I let a guy go ahead of me in his vehicle. I said, no, you gave him the wave, pulled in. He made his order. I was prepared to announce mine into the squawk box. And as I pulled up, I had to open my door because it was frozen, the window. And the woman said, the gentleman ahead of you paid for yours. And I'm like, hot damn.
That's beautiful. It's a Christmas miracle.
Grabbed my stuff and squealed out of there.
Yeah.
Considered it a great day.
And that's wonderful. But then now with at the drive-through pay for it, it's expected that the next person has to do it.
Well,
and that's not kindness anymore. You're putting a pressure on people that isn't fair.
Yeah.
If you
That's
want to,
why it's one and done for me. It just stops.
If you
then and
want
there.
to be kind and do that to someone, all power to you.
Yes.
There shouldn't be an expectation then that everyone that comes behind you the rest of the day, basically,
No, I don't think
has
there's an
to do that.
expectation. I don't
And
think. I
that's-
think that.
and that's where I have the issue with that is that there are times where that person is sitting there and look, they might sit there and be like, I'm forced. They feel that societal pressure, and that person behind them is ordering $40 for their family, and they're like, well, okay, here's my card. I'm paying $40 when I was going to only pay $9.
Here's a tip. Look in the rearview mirror, and if you see
Scout it out. That's what I do.
A minivan filled with
Never do
guys that
that.
look like YouTube. Just give it a. I'm good. I'll just pay for mine. And these guys, they're on their own.
Euler does also add if it's in the morning, so this is morning part of this.
Okay.
Order your coffee. That's it. Anything more, get inside.
Okay. Well, I like the clear definition there. I mean, there's no screwing around. And you know what we all appreciate? Play to the rule book. But if there is no rule book and we're just making it up, then you're going to have results like this, right?
Yes. Well, I'll baptize Big Uke. I will give also nice hit yesterday. I don't believe that you should feel forced to buy for the person behind you, but you should at some point pay it forward in the near future. I'll go with that.
Yeah.
Where you find a spot that works maybe for wherever you are, how it would work for you to pay it forward in a different way.
In fact, I'll make a
I
note
do like
here. I
that
should
one.
do that in the coming days at the same Tim Hortons I went to.
Don Most, Maddie could look in the mirror to check the drive-through behind, but the lights behind him are too bright. Well done.
Well played. Damn it. You merged two themes of the show.
That's good.
That's excellent.
Bones, if I get stuck in the pay it forward drive-through, I give an extra $5 to use at the attendant's discretion, which I do like. And then Shovelhead, there is no expectation to pay forward, but some people do feel that. That's the problem.
But that's on them.
But they
But I
don't.
agree.
But they don't know that. That it's like they're the person that they go, oh, the person paid for your meal, and then it's like now there's a thing. Well, you got to pay it for the person immediately.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be like Trev says. He feel bad asking how much the person behind him is.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have to feel bad asking that. It should be just a
But
very
that was
fair
just
question.
me starting it. That was just me starting my own.
Oh, okay, I
was
see.
Like, no one's ever paid for mine in front of me, which sucks. So
But also, Shovelhead says you're right. Go inside for big orders.
I agree.
So that's what we're learning about
Drive-through etiquette.
Okay, there we
drive-through
go.
etiquette. Also, one more airing of grievances. This is against me. Shoggy in St. Albert. I have a problem with Matthew with his overconfidence. The Oilers are for sure making the playoffs. When the Oilers are playing a playoff game this playoffs coming up, what will you say then? They're not missing. The Edmonton Oilers
He's wrong.
have had who's wrong?
Shaggy.
Okay. The Edmonton Oilers have had what I would think we could all agree on not the best start to their season. Not the start
But
that is
that's
most
a pretty
desirable.
Good road trip. They've just come through.
But
And
they're sitting third in the Pacific.
yes.
They are tied with the Vegas Golden Knights for second. Now, the Golden Knights do have 3 games in hand, but the games have to be played. With equal amount of games played, they're 2 points back of the Anaheim Ducks.
Okay.
You're telling me the Edmonton Oilers are missing this play. Now, the only caveat I will now go into saying, okay, maybe there's now something coming here, is their goalie is hurt. Their starting goalie is hurt. And let's see how they play with Pickard and Ingram the rest of this way until Jari is ready to go. But beyond the idea that, okay, they had an unexpected injury to the starting goalie that they acquired, this team has always been and will always be a playoff team right now for this season. Nothing changes that. Nothing this season has changed. Just look at the past couple of years where the Oilers are. They're actually, at one point, were trending better than the last couple of years. A condensed schedule. They're done playing all the games Eastern. You could have I'm airing your grievance there that I'm overconfident in that, but I haven't had to be worried about it. And the Edmonton Oilers are sitting very much in a playoff spot at this moment. And when I look at the teams behind them, the LA Kings, the Utah Mammoth for wild card spot for the Mammoth, the Sharks, Blues, Kraken, Preds, Flames, Jets, Canucks, Blackhawks. None of them are catching the Edmonton Oilers and passing the Edmonton Oilers. I just don't believe any of those teams are going to even be doing it. Now, are they going to go to the Stanley Cup final? I don't believe that. Are they going to have a lot of damage in the playoffs? That's a different conversation. But they're a playoff team. There's no question about that. And yeah, I'm overconfident in that. It's allowing me not to get over dramatic about this Oilers season.
I don't. You've got the best player in the world on a 10-game point streak, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I listen. All of the things you say about the goaltending until Jari is back, and then when Jari's back, which version of Jari are we getting? Right. I mean, we've 3 games he's played.
3-0
as an Oiler.
3-0.
Okay.
Makes the save when you need to.
Sure.
He has shown that through those very small sample sizes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. There's a lot. I agree with you. They are a playoff team. Stop the sentence right there. Beyond that, but that could apply to any recent year of the Edmonton Oilers. Yeah, they're going to be in the postseason. I mean, I would feel comfort in saying that. Will they hit the heights that they've done previously? We can have a more robust conversation around that.
And that's something for us to discuss deeper around the trade deadline
and
moving
closer
forward
to the
that.
end.
Absolutely. We'll have a better idea of what Tristan Jarry is with the Edmonton Oilers, or hopefully by that time. And that's what we can have those conversations about. But is this an Oilers? Are they a playoff team? I never was worried about it. Still not worried about it. I know my fellow guest on the Hangout today, Dash, who I know is listening. Him and I had a little bit of a debate on the show. He was worried. He's like, we could maybe start talking about the Oilers missing the play. I was like, no. Look, we don't have to worry about it. And January is their month. January is their month.
And
It's
they
a ridiculous
just
record.
happen to be playing their best hockey of the year right now. I don't think it's even close. And they happen to be going up against, Pacific Division rivals. That bodes very well for them.
4-point games.
4-point
JMO's
games.
favorite.
And yeah, you look, they wasted away, not really, but some points. But they were playing bad hockey against, teams out east, right? And now they're playing great hockey. Take advantage of that with teams out west here. And you got Connor McDavid at his height right now. He's just unreal. The top 6 is finally healthy for the first time this season, and it looks great. You go out there, have a great shift with the first line, and then up comes Draisaitl and Jack Roslovic, who was probably for almost close to a month the Oilers' best player, and they got him back as well. So the Oilers went to the Cup final with pretty mediocre goaltending. I think they can make the playoffs with pretty mediocre goaltending.
And maybe it'll be just a little bit better than what they had.
Yeah.
That's what they had. So there's your airing of grievances, by the way, since it was Festivus. Let's get to Fired Up for Napoleon. Gemco Fireplace have been proudly serving Edmonton area for 45 years and are the authorized dealer for Napoleon fireplaces. Can't think of a better time to have a Napoleon fireplace than with this weather that we've been having. We'll cuddle up around a fireplace and all that. Whether it's gas or wood burning, look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need are available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street. Just quickly, Fired Up for me. Christmas. After today, it's just full Christmas mode for me. It's almost time. It's just a wonderful time to be with family, friends, enjoy some drinks, enjoy some company. Tomorrow I will be watching It's a Wonderful Life.
Is that your go-to?
It's my
every
favorite,
year?
yes.
Do you do Charlie Brown?
Yes. I meant to have it on in my office one day, and I walked away, got sidetracked. When it came back, it was over.
It's coming
so
around
I got to put it
again.
back on.
Yes.
That one I do. I was gonna watch Mickey Mouse with when they do the Christmas Carol. I do like that one. There's a few, but It's Wonderful Life's the go-to for me. I have to watch it once on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. But I'm fired up for Christmas. It's just a wonderful time. It's just gonna be.
And then the darkness will return. Right,
well, and then
Sue?
sports. What do we got?
Yeah,
We got
the darkness will return.
we're coming
Absolutely.
up December 27th,
Yes.
1:30, ABC, the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Georgia Tech, BYU. It's going to be fun. The People's National Championship, as it's
People's
called.
Championship,
As they dub themselves.
Yes.
They have fun with it. They don't take themselves too seriously, yet it's also usually a pretty good football game, so I can't wait for that on December 27th. You fired up about something, Trev?
Oh, I am so fired up, boys. Let's go. I am so pumped for tonight's game.
Really?
I am
BOA?
so pumped. Yes,
Why?
I couldn't wait. I tried to my whole life. Well, growing up, I think I went on like a 6-year stretch where I went to at least one Battle of Alberta. More than that, actually. I think it was close to a decade. And it just so happened my really good bud from Edmonton, he said, Trev, what are you doing tomorrow night? Nothing really. Got the night off. Probably just chill.
Be the BP Kingsway.
Yeah, maybe, honestly. And he says, well, I got an extra ticket to tomorrow night's game.
You're going tonight.
Yes, and I cannot wait, baby. Battle of Alberta.
First game of the year?
Yeah, this will be my first game, and I cannot wait. So any nasties going, if you see me, definitely say hi. And
Do you wear a jersey?
Yeah, depending on the day. So I've got this cool Connor McJesus shirt I'm wearing.
Yes, I see.
Dusty gave me this, so I might just wear this, but if not, I'll wear a jersey. I like wearing the jersey.
Who do you have? I've never asked you what you've got in your collection.
What are you wearing?
Yeah, I'll probably wear. So I've got a few just plain jerseys with no name on the back.
Got a crest up, brother.
Yeah, I do. I'll definitely like my next jersey is for sure Ike Howard. Just haven't had time to get that yet.
Careful on that one.
Oh no, he's lighting it up. He'll be up here in no time. But I got Draisaitl, got Nuge, I got Hall, got PRV, got Eberle. I got a few Eberle jerseys actually. I have a Laddie Smead jersey, and I think that is it. And McDavid. I have a McDavid jersey.
Nice.
Nothing too crazy.
That's fired up.
Impressive.
For Napoleon Gemco Fireplaces. Coming up in the 7 o'clock hour, we've got Craig Button. We've got James Duthie. We got the Play Alberta Early Bird Bet of the Day. We got Confessions for Spectrum Rental. Later in the show, we will have the rapper will award the Royal Pizza Text of the Day in the Parish Jewelers inbox. The 6 o'clock hour was proudly presented by Ewell, your power play specialist. Visit them at any time, ewell.ca, your Edmonton-based partner in power and sources for all things electrical. He's Dave Jamieson. I'm Matt Awanek alongside YouTube Trev. We'll take a little short break here. We'll get to a sports update. And on the other side from TSN, Craig Button will join us here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton Sports, presented by Play Alberta.
We've got 13 games on tap in the NHL tonight, including the Oilers hosting the Calgary Flames. Be sure to tune in to the GCL Diesel pre- and post-game show with Tommy Gazzola and Benny Thompson to preview tonight's Battle of Alberta. Puck drop begins at 7. Pre-game starts at 6. Elsewhere tonight, the Maple Leafs welcome in the Penguins. The Sabres look to win 7 straight. When they're in Ottawa, the Montreal Canadiens are in Boston to take on the Bruins at 5 o'clock. Last night, the Toronto Maple Leafs fire assistant coach Mark Savard. Savard had been with the team since June of 2024. And just 4 games around the league as well, the Lightning skate away with the 4-1 win over the struggling Blues. The Canucks' 4-game win streak snapped after falling to the Flyers 5-2. The newly acquired Mason Marchment chipped in a pair of goals for the Blue Jackets' 3-1 win over the Kings. And the Kraken take down the Pacific Division leading Ducks. 3-1 is the score. Yesterday's Monday Nighter saw Brock Purdy throw for 295 yards, good enough for 5 touchdowns as the 49ers now improved to 11-4 on the season with a 48-27 win over Phillip Rivers and the Colts. Over to the hard court, just 7 games in the association last night where Canadian star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has now scored 20-plus points in his 100th straight game. Thunder take this one 119-103, and Nikola Jokic posted a triple-double in the Nuggets' 135-112 win over the Jazz. A heavy slate tonight in the association with 14 games on the schedule, including the Raptors in Miami to take on the Heat. That one gets going at 5:30. Whether you're dreaming of crystal clear waters or exotic destinations, contact Chelsea LaBelle at Expedia Cruises in Northeast Edmonton to start planning your next cruise or vacation destination. Call 780-970-4834. From YouTube Trev, you're up to date.
Eyes. You know what? I saw it in his eyes. Eyes. It's fun to watch his eyes. And, he narrowed his eyes. He's been a horse. His eyes narrow. I saw it in his eyes.
I've been meaning to tell you. I've got this feeling that won't subside.
He loves his eyes.
I look at you and I fantasize.
Eyes. It's going in the net.
You're mine tonight.
Horse eyes. People were highly critical of his eyes.
Got you in my sights.
His eyes narrow. Eyes.
One look at you and I can't disguise. I've got hungry
Eyes.
I feel the magic between you and
Eyes.
This is the Nielson Show with Lieutenant Eric Manowanic, Dave Jameson in for Dusty and Eric alongside YouTube. Trev here in Edmonton Sports Talk. Clear choice for Edmonton Sports. Thanks to everyone for tuning in on 95.7 Cruise FM, variety that rocks, or listening across the Edmonton Sports Talk audio streams, or watching us on YouTube. If you're watching us on YouTube, hit that thumbs up button. Coming up later on Edmonton Sports Talk today, 9 o'clock, we got the Hango. We've got Lock Shop today, Two Guys and a Goalie, ESC Afternoons, Reed Wilkins Show, and then we got the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pre- and post-game shows as the Oilers will be taking on the Calgary Flames. Tommy will get you set for that one alongside Benny. The Oilers' last game before their Christmas break, and then they come back with Calgary on Saturday. In this hour, which is presented by GameSense, when gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your GameSense. Craig Button will be joining us momentarily. We will have James Duthie in this hour of TSN, author of Certified Beauties, Confessions for Spectrum Rental, the Play Alberta Early Bird Bet of the day. We're live in the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen studio on the west end of town for a limited time. 3 pieces of their delicious bone-in chicken for just $8. Visit them, popeyeschicken.ca, 780-218-9999. You could text us with your thoughts as well, or you can jump into the nasty chat. A lot of eyes emojis in that nasty chat right now after the Dallas Aikens remix that we just played there for you on the return here on the Nielson Show. I believe we're ready to go with our next guest. We've got our Hockey Insider, which is presented by GS Construction. Brought to you by GS Construction. As I said, for more than 5 decades, GS Construction has been proud to serve our communities and work alongside incredible people, helping Edmonton grow for over 50 years. Visit gsconstruction.ca for more details. Craig Button joins us on the Firehouse Sub Hotlines. Craig, thank you for joining us on this Tuesday before Christmas. I want to start with the World Juniors with you, Craig. And look, I'm not someone that is fully in tune always with the junior hockey as we get into the World Juniors, especially with the Oilers being good nowadays. I know Gavin McKenna. Who are the other names I'm going to be knowing and talking about over the next couple of weeks when it comes to Team Canada? Who's somebody else, like for people like me, that are just trying to get in tuned on who's Team Canada this year? Oh. Think you're muted there, Craig. Or is that on us? Can't hear you, Craig. Okay, so Trev's going to go off there. We'll see if we can get him back. Let you connect with... So close.
Well,
I love Craig.
We all do. Nobody better at breaking down both the NA. I mean, that's a heck of a skill set when you think about it, right?
Oh, 100%. To be able to talk NHL and the junior game,
the
not
juniors
World Juniors, the juniors.
Juniors, and have that span of knowledge, right? You're seeing players coming in, their origin stories, and then be able to take that to the NHL. I mean, yes, he's done it at a high level. He's been, a GM of an NHL team. Yes, it's impressive.
Canada hasn't medaled back-to-back years. The World Juniors.
We remember a time when it was just assumed that we would have the gold. U.S. or someone else would, scramble amongst themselves for whatever was coming. And Canada was just locked. And now it's good, though, for the game.
It's better for the game.
It's better for the sport. It's better for the game. No one wants to hear that. probably in our listening audience, but it is better.
It's nice when Canada has its run of dominance, but then it's also great when we then falter and other countries catch us, and then we figure it out. We dominate for a little bit, and then they catch us again. Like when I was growing up, like there was a time 98 to 04, we didn't win a gold medal. We silver medalists back-to-back years 02, 03, 04. And then we went on a
still damn good.
Absolutely. But then we went on a 5-year gold medal streak. Just dominated for 5 years. Like, okay, enough's enough. We're winning this. We do it for 5. Then it was a period where, didn't win for a while. Then it was sporadic. Then we won 3 and 4, 20, 22, 23. So it's like, hey, Canada back to being dominant. There's a silver medal in there as well.
The world is right.
But then back-to-back years, nothing. Couldn't win. And as much as that could get us angry in Canada, you're right. It's good for the World Juniors. If Canada's not always winning or not always getting the gold medals, it means that the other countries are coming up. Let's give this another go here. We've got Craig Button once again on the Firehouse Subs hotline. Craig, sorry about that. Hopefully we got things working here. So the question again, outside of Gavin McKenna, who are some of the top names that we're going to be talking a lot about over the next couple of weeks for Team Canada?
So do you hear me now?
Yeah, we've got you. Perfect.
Okay, there we go. Okay, good. I didn't want to start talking again with all my wisdom and everything and all my insights and nobody hear it. I mean, that's just wasted. It goes into the ether. Where does it go? Anyway, at the end of the day, this is interesting. Here's one for you. Every single forward for Team Canada has been or will be, in the case of Gavin McKenna, a first-round draft pick. Never happened before for Team Canada at a World Junior Tournament. So right away, that gives you a pretty good insight about how talented this group of players is. And it is. It's big-time talented. I mean, where do you go? I mean, we know about Gavin McKenna. I mean, Michael Misa, Michael Hage, Porter Martone, TJ Ginla, Brady Martin. I mean, there's so many there. Cole Reshny, Braden Coots. There's so many places to go. Sam O'Reilly, the Edmonton Oilers first-round draft pick, they traded for Isaac Howard. This is a complete team. This is a team, and I know Edmonton Oilers fans are not going to want to hear me say this. They're built like the Florida Panthers. They're gonna skill you. They're gonna will you. They're gonna beat you up, and they're gonna have fun doing it. And that's how Dale Hunter has built this team. His record of success is phenomenal. He won in 2020. Those are the guys, and they're hungry. I heard you talking just a little bit about the previous 2 World Junior tournaments. 2 years ago in Gothenburg, that team went as far as it possibly could, and they just came inches away from being able to get to a semifinal game. I thought they maxed out. Last year, complete underperformance, and they just were never able to get connected. I don't think you'll see that this year. Canada goes in as the favorite. They should be the favorite. They're loaded. And when you look, I think there's 20 of the 25 players on this team have won gold with Canada and or in some cases multiple times, and some with their respective teams in terms of winning league championships and Memorial Cups. So when you start to put it all together, you got a team that has done it and is looking to do it again. And hey, sometimes a bitter taste in your mouth helps a little bit with the motivation. Not that these guys need motivation, but they want to leave on January 5th with a gold medal hanging around their necks.
And Craig, if memory serves correct, Carter George was excellent last year. They couldn't score, right? That doesn't appear at this point like that's going to be an issue this time out. Fair?
Dave, yes. Carter George led the tournament last year in save percentage. He's outstanding. There's not another goaltender in this tournament that can match Carter George. So the defense is good, like really good. The forwards, as I just went through it, like outstanding. And Carter George, if you kind of get to that layer of Carter George, he's a top-notch goaltender. He's a brilliant goaltender. And you're not going to have to see a guy reaching. He'll throw form out the window when it's necessary. But his technical abilities, his hockey sense, his athletic abilities, simply outstanding. So Carter George in the net, the defense group, Dale Hunter behind the bench with that forward group. To me, this is the best team Canada has put out. And again, this is going to sound funny, since 2021 when they lost 2-0 in the gold medal game to the USA in the empty arena at Rogers Place. But and they didn't win. And I know people go, well, how could this team be as good as that when they didn't win? That team was loaded. They ran into a hot goaltender in Spencer Knight that gold medal game, and they ended up losing. But this team is really good, really strong.
We're at GS Construction Hockey Insider Craig Button of TSN. Okay, so Canada, as you're saying, the favorite there. Who would be the closest competition that would be the threat for Canada, maybe not walking away with the gold medal?
I think it's Sweden. I think Sweden has a really good group. They've had success at different times. They have a team in a one-game set-off, a gold medal game, that could pose some challenges for Canada. We saw in the pre-tourney games, they lost 2-1, they won 3-2 or 4-2. So they're a team that can get the attention of Canada. I think those two games were really good for Canada to just really see what strong competition looks like, to get them prepared for the tournament. The USA is going to be a very different team. Their goaltending is very, very uncertain, and they might have to use all three. I mean, that's where it's at now. No Trey Augustine, who was just the rock in the net for them. You can never rule out Finland. And you might say, why? Because you just can never rule out Finland. They got to the gold medal game last year. They just find a way. And this group has some elements of skill, some power, good defense that can really, really make life uncomfortable for you. And we know how tenacious and hungry and how hard they play. But that'll be a good test on New Year's Eve for Canada.
Craig, give us a thumbnail scouting report on David Lewandowski, an Oiler pick. We may not see a lot of him. He plays for Germany, but what should we look for in his game?
Well, I think David, here's the way, if I'm looking at it from a development point of view, Dave, I think with Lewandowski, you have to impress upon him that his game is predicated on asserting himself, initiating with his size. I'm not talking about physical. I'm talking about making sure that opponents have to handle him from a physical size point of view. When you watch Leon Draisaitl, fellow German, and you watch how he leans in, Leon can run you over, but try to handle him one-on-one. He's not trying to dangle. When Leon Draisaitl is playing to it, he's not trying to dangle and toe drag you and doing all these fancy moves. I think that's where David has to take his game to that same level of what I call initiating, making opponents handle you with your size. I think David, at this point in time in his development, he tends to be a little bit more of a dangler. He tends to be a little bit more of a stick handler. So he doesn't minimize, but he doesn't utilize his size advantage to the greatest strength. He's smart. He gets around the net. He can score. He can shoot the puck. He's got to work on his skating, just like a lot of players that are drafted in that part of the draft. But I think if David can just understand that his game is more predicated on using that size and keeping that advantage, gaining advantage, holding advantage, and then make opponents uncomfortable, that's the type of player that can develop into an NHLer.
Next Wednesday, I believe it is, the Olympic rosters are due. We'll find out in the days following Canada's official roster. One of your colleagues, Pierre LeBrun, has said that Evan Bouchard, Schaefer, they're kind of being discussed as maybe that number 8 defenseman for Canada. If you were in charge of Team Canada for the Olympics and you were choosing an 8th defenseman between Matthew Schaefer or Evan Bouchard, where would you go for who'd maybe be the better option for Team Canada?
Jeez, they got lots of good options, and I don't think that one over the other would be a bad decision. I think it's high level competition. Matthew Schaefer has never been tested at that level. Matthew Schaefer played a game and a period last year at the World Junior level. He hasn't even played at the U2. And we know how good he's been in the NHL, and I think it's wonderful. But to take a player and drop him into that level of competition at that age without having been through it, I think it's a reach. So to me, we all know what Evan Bouchard has done come playoff time. We all know that, after a rough, whatever you want to call it, 4 or 5 weeks to the start of the season, Evan has found his level of play again. So it might sound, I don't know, it shouldn't sound, it's a no-brainer for me. It's Evan Bouchard all day long. It's just a simple no-brainer.
Craig, a two-parter for you.
Honestly, Dave, just quickly, I don't know why you'd be considering Matt Schaefer. And I could understand if you're considering Matt Schaefer, if he didn't have other really, really, really good tested options. I get that. And Matt Schaefer's going to play, and Matt Schaefer's going to be a really good player in the years to come. But you have much, much better options in my view. I think that Matt Schaefer right now, this is a case of, wow, look at this guy. Look how great he is. He's not better than Jacob Chychrun right now. So, is Jacob Chychrun an option for the team? No. Thomas Harley, we got all the list of guys. There's just no way I would have Matt Schaefer even. I wouldn't have him under consideration.
Okay, that's a definitive answer. A two-parter for you, Craig. Mark Savard pays the price in Toronto, at least for now. They've offloaded him as of yesterday. And then Patrick Allvin in Vancouver describing in a curious turn of phrase what they're doing out there. He called it a hybrid retool. First on Savard, then give me your thoughts on what Allvin said.
The Toronto Maple Leafs are not a very good team. They're not a functioning team. They're not a functioning team in any regard, whether it be defensive play, whether it be competitive play, whether it be urgency. I'm using some Craig Berube words. The power play is terrible. And, Mark Savard has paid a price for an absolute never recovering blunder by the Toronto Maple Leafs management and losing Mitch Marner. They didn't lose Mitch Marner last summer. They lost Mitch Marner the year before when they didn't back him, when they didn't stand up and say, you're our guy. And now Matthews is starting to take the brunt of it. Well, you lose a superstar like Mitch Marner. Everything he did for that team in one player, you have capsized your team to a great extent. Mark Savard paid the price for it. We can sit here and say whether it's fair or whether it's unfair. I think it's unfair. But at the end of the day, this is a team that is going nowhere. It's only going to get worse. They have no prospects. They have no draft picks, and they're now rudderless. Everybody's looking. Craig Berube's looking at the team. Go and fire the coach. This very well may be a complete house cleaning in Toronto to get this thing turned around. And after you do that in the complete house cleaning off the ice, if it's me, I'm starting to talk to the players and going, hey, you guys better be thinking about waiving your no moves because we're gonna start looking at moving this thing forward. Not anywhere, and it's not getting better. It can't get better.
Craig, appreciate the time. You all set for Christmas, or you got a little last-minute shopping to get done over the next couple of days?
No, I'm all set. And I just gotta answer Dave's quick question on Vancouver. I mean, it's amazing the word salads that these guys go and get the buffet table to try to describe something as like what you're doing. We get it. You don't have to tell us it's a hybrid. What's a hybrid retool? You're gonna charge it with electricity. You're gonna put some in with gas. Give me a break. Seriously, just say, hey, we're moving in a direction. We have to make some decisions, and we want to be competitive. Hybrid, rebuild, retool. Oh my Lord! Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
That's why we have him.
Outstanding, Craig. Really appreciate it. Merry Christmas to you and yours. And Dusty, we'll chat with you next Tuesday.
Really? I have to talk to Dusty? Oh, jeez.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It is his show. It is his show.
Yeah. I know. You guys do a great job. You guys, all the best to you and yours.
Thank you very much. There's Craig Button, GS Construction Insider for you right there. Just brings it. You can't. We need to make sure that mic was working because we didn't want to miss any of that gold.
Well,
and that was the gold we got, which is fantastic.
Vancouver, because Craig has sat there at those news conferences. He's been in that chair and had to say, look, what is it you're doing?
Did he come up with that, or a PR person come up with that? They go, Craig, Patrick, I got a great line for you. Use this one.
Try this, and it is Vancouver. We love our hybrids out here. Give this a shot. See how that works.
Craig did join us on the Firehouse Sub Hotline. 15 Fire Subs location across Edmonton and greater area. It's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs, hot, hearty, made to satisfy. Let's get to the Play Alberta early bird bet of the day. Visit them, playalberta.ca. Download the app, EST Sports, deposit $50, get a free $50 sports bet. I'm looking towards the Edmonton Oiler game tonight. Did not hit our early bird yesterday. We would have had the -5.5 from the 49ers. Did not have under 50 points at all. The 49ers put up almost that much themselves. And then the 49ers or the Colts put up a lot of points. Lock shot parlay did hit for the NFL, though, yesterday. Did put that one up. That one cashed. Our hockey one, the Ducks blowing it to the Kraken. Couldn't get that win against the Kraken that are a struggling team. Cost us on that one. But the early bird bet today for the Edmonton Oilers and the Calgary Flames, just straight up Edmonton Oilers on the money line. Plus, Leon Draisaitl to finally score. I believe I said it before the show. We're on the air 8 games in a row that he has not scored.
That seems inconceivable.
Right, and this is a guy that does well against the Calgary Flames. Leon Draisaitl performs against the Calgary Flames.
Well, they'll have Tube in the building tonight, so that's going to be a...
That will get them going as well. I've sent it over to them. They haven't put it up yet. I should poke them because I've sent it a while ago and they haven't done anything with it yet. Straight up on a same game parlay, that's plus 156, but we're going to get that boosted. So there'll be a little bit more of a number. That'll be at EST Specials if you go to playalberta.ca. I know Big Uke had built his own little NFL thing and threw it up. I heard about that one, and he cashed yesterday, so congratulations to Big Uke on that one as well. But yeah, that's going to be the Play Alberta early bird bet. We will have the lock shot parlay. Huss and I will have to build something later today. We'll have Jay's play of the day as well as the EST afternoon Screw It, Let's Do It parlay. So lots going to be populated up over at EST Specials at Play Alberta. I want to take an early timeout here on the Nielsen Show because we've got a jam-packed second half of this hour. We've got confessions for Spectrum Rental. Trev told me yesterday he's been waiting on this one. So
I told you I've been sitting on it.
Sitting on it.
Yeah.
It's actually sitting. Truly sitting.
Oh, right. That's what you did say. You're sitting on it.
I'm literally sitting on it.
Okay, so I'm excited for that. And then James Duthie of TSN. He's going to be joining us. And then in the 8 o'clock hour, we've got kind of easy trivia for Mr. Mike Steakhouse Casual. 3 questions too many for Prague Park Mazda. If you have any questions that you want us to answer during 3 questions, send those in. 780-218-9999. You can jump into the nasty chat. We'll have Beer of the Week. Taylor from Polyrhythm Brewing's going to stop by. We'll have the GCL Diesel Orange and Blue Breakfast still to come, as well as the wrap for William Huff. So lots still to come. We're only halfway through the Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric for this day, and there's a lot still to jam-pack in the second half of this show. He's Dave Jamieson. I'm Matt Owanek. We're in for Dusty and Eric today. Trev's got a sports update on the other side. Confessions for Spectrum Rental right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. A clear choice for Edmonton Sports, presented by Play Alberta.
Alberta tonight, where the Oilers welcome in the Calgary Flames. Be sure to tune in to the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pre- and post-game show with Tommy and Benny to preview tonight's game. Puck drop begins at 7 o'clock. Pre-game starts at 6. Elsewhere tonight, the Maple Leafs welcome in the Penguins. The Sabres look to win 7 straight tonight when they're in Ottawa, and the Montreal Canadiens are in Boston to take on the Bruins. At 5, last night, the Toronto Maple Leafs fire assistant coach Mark Savard. Savard had been with the team since June of 2024. And just 4 games around the league last night as well. The Lightning skate away with a 4-1 win over the struggling Blues. The Canucks' 4-game win streak snapped after falling to the Flyers 5-2. The newly acquired Mason Marchment chipped in with a pair of goals in the Blue Jackets' 3-1 win over the Kings, and the Kraken take down the Pacific Division leading Anaheim Ducks 3-1. Yesterday's Monday Nighter saw Brock Purdy throw for 295 yards, good enough for 5 touchdowns, as the 49ers now improved to 11-4 on the season with a 48-27 win over Phillip Rivers. And the Colts over to the hard court, just 7 games in the association last night, where Canadian star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has now scored 20-plus points in his 100th straight game. Thunder take this one 119-103, and Nikola Jokic posted a triple-double in the Nuggets' 135-112 win over the Jazz. A heavy slate tonight in the association with 14 games on the schedule, including the Raptors in Miami taking on the Heat. That one gets going at 5:30. The Sports Update brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Sawicki. Your dealer for life.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Being an 11-year-old kid about 75 pounds on the basketball court against a neighborhood bully, kicking his behind left, right, and center. And when it was all said and done, he was a little bit upset, so he punched me in the mouth. My uncles were over on the side observing, talking amongst themselves, adult things. When he punched me in the mouth, I decided I'm running to my uncle. You know what he did? He pushed me back to him. I went back, he punched me in my mouth again. I ran to my uncle looking for protection. Needed big bro to protect me. He pushed me back again. And you know what I did? I faced him in the eye. And I said, my uncle's not going to help me. So I punched him in the face. And then I looked him in the eye and I said, then what? Now what? Now what? Now what are you gonna do? You're simply the best.
Davis Reed pump up song to get you going on this Tuesday. This is the Nielson Show with Lieutenant Eric Manawanek, Dave Jameson in for Dusty and Eric. The Nielson Show brought to you by Weiss Johnson, Edmonton's train home comfort specialist for nearly 50 years. Get your home comfortable now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Train. It's hard to stop a train. Visit wjsportstalk.com today. We'll get the confessions for Spectrum Rental momentarily here. Your thoughts always welcome. 780-218-9999. Again, if you have any questions for 3 questions too many for a little bit later in the 8 o'clock hour, send those in so we can get to them. Do need to get brought. So, like confessions time now. I also they always send one in.
Oh,
Spectrum Rental. So I had to go find it in the Parish Jewelers inbox. Confessions brought to you by Spectrum Rental, where they confess to pretty much mailing it in today and telling everyone that they're too busy to get their heaters out. Anyways, call Spectrum Rental to have your construction heat delivered today. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year from all of the guys at Spectrum Rental.
You know, though, that they would respond in a pinch.
Oh, easily.
Like, yes.
That's what they do. Trev.
He's been sitting on it.
Yeah.
What's up? What's up, boys?
Yes. Trev.
You're not... You haven't been waiting to get this one out there. You have been sitting on this confession.
Oh no, it's this.
What are you fixing here? Oh, I'll move
fixing it.
over.
Oh,
I
got it.
I could just. That's easier for you.
God bless you, buddy.
What is your confession for
I've
today?
been sitting on it, and I can say I'm sitting on it right now too. But don't look. Anyway, I'll bring it up in a second here. But
I don't know what's going on.
So
Are we gonna get mooned right away here?
No, nothing like that, boys. Come on. But yeah, essentially since thermostat gate, do you remember that? Is it cold in here? Is it warm? Is it hot? You know.
Bring me up to speed, gentlemen. I need context.
We were trying to decide what to set the office thermostat at, and it was at 20 at one point. I think it was.
There's icicles in here.
And Eric and Trev and a few others thought it was cold.
Okay.
Ernan thought it was cold. Dusty thought it was fine, but he also has to pay the bills. Gager thought it was fine. Gager thought everyone else is soft. The studio is colder than the rest of the office. I will say that. We have settled in on 21. It is set for 21. When I got in this morning, it was 19. So I think I'm going to have to change that to start a little earlier, the heat for you boys. But I had it for 20, but I don't know if it's...
by this.
You guys are.
That's not that much warmth.
Yeah, but you know, you've been in television studios. They
Those
are
ones are
generally
warm.
very cold.
Yeah.
They keep them really cold because of all the lights.
But our lights aren't the same as theirs.
Well, I know, I understand.
So, but
that. I appreciate that
was
throwing some heat.
that was Heatgate. So
okay, that is Heatgate.
Yeah, and so I can confidently say, I honestly think that this corner is the coldest corner, or just the coldest place. Is it bad? Obviously, we're being a little dramatic.
Well, I will add
I wore the jacket. I wore all that. That was a shtick. That was funny.
I will add one thing, though, is when you walk into our front door, it is cold in that little area.
Yeah, it is.
You go walk down, like there's no heat in that area.
My legs are very freezing.
There is no, and you're sitting directly above that. That spot is freezing cold. That it would make sense that that area is a little cold.
Yeah, so this is more so a want than a need, obviously, because I don't need to do this, but I will say I want to do this. And I've been doing it for about 2 weeks now. No one's said anything. I've just kind of been secretive about it. But it's time to rip the Band-Aid off. And I was telling everyone I have heating pads at home. I love heating pads, man. I warm these up every day. They get good use, and so it's funny.
That looks like a thong.
No, it's leopard print though. It is leopard print.
That's why it looks like a thong.
Yeah. So anyway, I start 5 minutes before the show starts.
That's where you go.
Go to the microwave, put this bad boy in for about 3 minutes, and then I come put it in my lap.
It's just on top of your lap.
Yeah.
And no one has noticed that.
No one's noticed. It feels so warm though. It's great. So that's my confession.
So it's worked for you.
Yeah, I feel great, man.
Okay,
I'm not even wearing my jacket right now. When my hands get cold, just put them in my lap. Really warms them up.
But your private parts are boiling hot. Okay, well, I mean, you gotta make a trade.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah, then you've done it.
Yeah, so that's my confession, and it's a good one. I'm very happy about it.
And where did you get said heating pad? Did you go buy this or did you have it?
God bless my stepmother. She made this for me. She made
that's nice.
I have two. She made the exact same one, but I just kept that one at home.
Does she know where you place it on your body?
Oh, probably not.
Okay, let's leave it there. She'll never know.
Do you reheat it during the show?
Oh, my dad's messaging me right now because he's like, I see the heating pad. I see it. Does
it get reheated during the show?
Depends. When I'm not doing sports updates, yes. Like at 7:30, I'll go put it in for about 2 more minutes.
Do you need at 8 o'clock to go put it in while we're?
Oh no, it's okay.
Do you want me to take a little more time or something?
Oh no, it's okay.
When James Duthie's in, if you want to go raw, you
step
can
out for a minute.
Maybe.
Yeah. Please take all the time you need at the microwave.
I didn't want to get.
You want to know? I will give you. I will give you credit, Trev, for doing something about it.
Thank you.
At the old office, we had the AC running all winter because it would get ridiculously hot in there from the people below us.
Well, you had some businesses in there that I'll confess.
My office got all the AC, and my office got none of that heat. So I was wearing a winter coat all winter at the old office, and I brought myself a little space heater for there. I've yet to have to throw that on in my office. But hey, you have to do what you have to do. Gauger can't get mad at you for that because you're not changing the heat of the entire office.
Yeah.
So credit to you, Trev, for doing something
I'm going to catch some
works.
strays. He's going to be like, oh, you're so soft, eh? Well, you need that, eh? Yeah.
I love, though, that we're not self-aware enough to know that we are having this conversation while in a relatively comfortable environment, talking for a living, and there are people just outside the door cleaning the streets in this weather.
Yeah.
You know, so it does
nice.
Land a little with a bit of a thud.
Yeah.
Our workplace complaints.
That is true. But yeah, I didn't know. I was just like, man, do I say this? How long do I go with this? I feel like right now I'm very happy, you guys, because if I said
you would have gotten destroyed by Dusty and Eric.
Would be like, oh,
yeah, they would have mocked you.
Yeah, so that's why I'm getting. But that's why the nasties. I trust the nasties. They won't say anything.
They don't judge you.
Well, yeah, because they're definitely not watching.
Yeah.
No.
Just rude.
I want to rip them for that, but when I leave, I leave. I never tune into EST when I'm off.
Really?
I cut away, so that could be my confession, which I think I've mentioned before. I leave EST for my time off. I don't throw EST on for a second.
What?
No.
Now, when you say time off, like walk out the door?
When I book a week off.
Oh,
and I'm off
I see.
Tonight,
Well, that's
tonight I
probably
leave,
healthy.
I throw it on. When I take a week off, I take a week off. Like, I don't even throw on our show. Like, I don't know generally what we're talking about. Like, I was gone when McDavid signed, so I quickly threw it on to see how we were covering it. That was a different thing.
In your role.
But beyond that, like, when I'm off, I do not throw on a single show. I do not look at anything that we're doing. I don't go on YouTube and check any of it out.
Mm-hmm.
I need to cut away. Because if I do tune in, there'll be something I'll want to, like, there'll be something.
You'll get angry?
Well, I won't get angry. There'll be something I want to fix or something I want to deal with. And so, no, I do cut away. So I can't even rip Dusty and Eric. Like, yeah, they're not listening to us this morning, but nor should they. Nor should they.
Exactly.
Do you have anything to confess?
Well, it could fall under the heading of grievance, but it's a confession, and it's really starting to irk me after so many years. When it hits about this temperature, and it started happening yesterday, the tips of my thumbs split open. Okay? Now, that sounds, again, rather soft. Right? Like, are you kidding? That's the thing that's, and I've known personal pain. But this, you know what? You split the tips of my thumbs open, And I didn't realize, and I should, given my age, that the thumbs play an important role.
Oh, yeah.
Ask a monkey. Right? Like, ask the next monkey you meet, hey, what do you think of opposable thumbs? Man, it hurts when you're trying to, do things like, I don't know.
Day-to-day things.
Day-to-day things, Trev.
Yeah.
So I am playing through some exquisite pain here.
Yeah.
Typing.
Oh.
Going to the bathroom.
Oh.
You know, Trev.
Yes, I do.
I said, looking at a guy with a, leopard skin print heating pad on his right shoulder. It looks like he's come out between innings. And you're sitting there.
He's icing the arm.
It's out. It's out now, boys.
Verlander is going to sit in the dugout, and then maybe we get one more inning out of you. Okay.
Yeah.
The Wolf into the Parish Jewelers inbox.
Yeah.
My wife is afraid that I'm going to use all of our Wi-Fi minutes on our cruise in January to watch the show. She calls Trev, Dusty, Lieutenant Eric my morning mistresses.
Aw.
Do you only get so much Wi-Fi on a cruise?
Been a long time since I was on a cruise.
Are you
I don't
data
know how,
restricted and all that? I've never been on a cruise. I know what the Wi-Fi package. You have to get it because you won't get internet basically, or you won't get anything else. People have.
Which may not be a bad thing.
No, it's nice to cut away at times, I guess too. But unless there was I think it's Disney. There's a thing called Trainwreck, and they do little documentaries. They're like 40 minutes or something. They went on the poop cruise, where a cruise. I forgot what happened, but they caught on fire and they were stuck in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah. I remember that story. Yes.
And it took days for them to get rescued. Mm-hmm. No one could call. Because so from that perspective, I understand it. Only get so many minutes and it's expensive. Interesting.
Dang.
Yeah, Teflon Don ripping Trev a little bit. But my God, millennials are soft. LOL. West Side Don. I don't understand. Like,
I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable. Teflon Don.
Well, why
do I have to do this? No. Do I want to? Yeah. Why not?
Why do you have to be uncomfortable?
Yeah.
Why is that a thing that we're just like, well, if you're uncomfortable, deal with it? Well, he is dealing with it.
It's called being smart.
He's becoming comfortable. He's found a way to get comfortable. Isn't that what we should be doing?
And it's a homemade solution. I mean, he could have gone out and bought
from the family.
Yeah, absolutely. Get good use out of this. It's great. It's probably my favorite Christmas gift I've ever gotten. Okay.
Well.
Oh, that was a Christmas gift too.
Yeah.
Nice.
Stocking stuffer. 2 years ago. I love it. I'm not soft.
You're as hard as they come.
Thank you. Yes.
That did not come out the way I wanted it to.
I feel bad for your thumbs.
Well,
the cold weather's going to be here for a while, by the way.
And I know that somebody out there in our vast listening and viewing audience will say, oh, well, dip them in wax or something, when the weather's about to change. That's the thing I should invest in, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Weather forecast for the next little bit.
Not good, hey?
No. -16 for a high today. Tomorrow, -17. Snow, amount 10 to 15 centimeters in the city. Christmas Day, -18 for a high. Like, I don't mind when it's like right around that -20 mark. Friday, Boxing Day, -17, periods of snow again. Saturday, -20. But then Sunday, Monday, +2 and 6.
Oh, more of that.
Like Saturday night, we're -26. Sunday high is 6. We're going to have a 28, 29 degree swing. I guess I got to figure, like, a massive
What's the
swing.
downside of, because there's always, like in anything, right? You have a massive swing in weather like that. What do I need to, prepare for? Intense melting.
I feel like I usually get, there will be I'll get sick.
Go to higher ground.
I'm one of those people.
Go to higher ground.
When we have those extreme changes in temp, I find, like, if for some reason I'm find a way to get sick. Yeah. But then the weird part is, so I'm looking at some of the models. I'm on a site Clausen once gave me. And you look past that, then we like dip down to cold again, possibly. Like we get warm for like 2 days, and then we immediately drop to cold again.
Shovel the lawn for Sergey.
I'm doing so much shoveling right now.
Well,
I need to start wearing this bad boy out there.
Get a heated vest. I got one of those for Grey Cup
for
at
Winnipeg. Yes,
yeah,
that's right.
It's wonderful. You just plug in a portable battery pack.
Yeah.
Power bank.
Yes.
Turn it on. Keeps you nice and warm. And this year, I actually invested in boots. Winter boots. I've always just gone like extra socks and put them in like my shoes and stuff. I've never actually invested in good winter boots. Bought some this year.
You probably should, Matty.
That's where my cold always comes. It was great. They're great.
Yeah,
if I have to be outside for an extended period, like Ice Tech, I actually had boots for that one. It was great. Now I know if we had a Heritage Classic, I got boots. I won't get too cold too quick. It's the feet. The feet is where my cold always goes. But then the heated vest is a beautiful thing.
We're not getting a Heritage. The first Heritage Classic here in Edmonton, we had won the Grey Cup the week before.
Yep.
And I was working a side gig for the Oilers, doing the radio broadcast, right? Not on the air. And I was stunned, and I thought I'd seen a lot of stuff at Commonwealth. But people wearing the pink insulation, like they'd just taken it from whatever they come in, those plastic bags, and had wrapped themselves in it, sitting in the seats. Kind of a wild scene there.
James Duthie will be joining us very shortly here.
Okay.
We've got him for a few minutes, which we're very thankful of. It's been a while since we talked to him.
Several years. Is it not? A couple of years at least? Well, when
in terms
were we
of
laid off?
the show, June of 23. Would have been around then.
Yeah.
I ran into him, as I said earlier, in an Atlanta airport. We ready to go, Trev? Let's do this.
All right.
One of my favorite parts of the week, often, at the old place. It was 1 o'clock Thursdays because his next guest joined you, Dave. And you guys always had a wonderful chat.
Yep.
James Duthie of TSN, author, latest book, Certified Beauties, joins us. There he is, James Duthie here at Edmonton Sports Talk for the first time. James, how are things? It's been a while.
It has been, boys. That was one of the favorite times of my week as well. So I miss doing it. I noticed your little, is that thing in the middle like a Christmas guy thing? What do you call it?
Okay.
Yeah,
There's a story
I just,
around that, of course.
Is it? What's the story? I want to hear. Hold on. I'm gonna make a mess here. But I came home one day and I came home. I'm gonna screw this up. I came home one day and I had a little like a golf nutcracker guy on the shelf. It's like the elf on the shelf thing. I don't know who bought it for me. It just appeared on my shelf, and none of my kids or my wife has owned up to it. So maybe I'm going to start a little nutcracker. Is that like a hockey one?
This is a hockey one. It was given to Dusty, I believe, because Dusty last week learned that nutcrackers are meant to crack nuts. He didn't know that that's what it was for.
But these ones too are they actually to,
well, like, yeah, it depends on the quality, but he thought in general, like all of these, like the good ones, he didn't know that they were actually designed to crack nuts. He thought they were named after the play.
Oh,
yes.
So
I probably would have thought the same thing, to be honest. I'm kind of stupid, so.
James, you've got a new book that's been out for a couple of months. It's part 2, basically, of this book. What made you want to do a second part in Certified Beauties? It's in stores now.
Yeah. When I did the first book, it was funny. I kind of panicked when I signed the book deal because right away you sign a deal to write a book with like 60 hockey stories, and then I'm like, what if I don't get any stories? And I had about probably 15 in my mind or something, but. So I went and asked, basically everybody around me, not just people I knew, the Roberto Luongos and Jordan Eberle's that I'd known from my hockey career, but Bob McKenzie and Darren Drager and Craig Button and all these guys I worked with. And so when I was done the first book, I started hearing from people who I guess had either read the first book or heard about the first book and said, hey, you should have talked to this guy, you should have talked to that guy, you should hear this story from that guy. And so I realized after a couple of years, I probably had enough without even talking to people to do another book. And it's really fun. The short answer to your question is it's really fun. Like the writing part is a long process and everything, but when you sit down in a restaurant or somebody with whoever it is, Sidney Crosby or Kevin Bieksa or one of the Kachucks or whatever, and they sit and tell you a great story, I think that's it's no different than I think hopefully for the people reading them. It's so fun to sit there and you're hearing it and you're imagining what it's going to look like in the book. And it's just I've always had this philosophy that hockey players are not boring and that they do have great stories. And I think hopefully these books have proven that to be true.
James, certified beauties. I mean, we in this conversation know what a beauty is, but they're not always the star player, are they? They're often guys that might be relatively unheralded and not just NHLers. It's like guys they've met along the way in the long journey, but who I used to use the term when I worked in the CFL, guys who got the joke.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, yeah, you want to have big name guys in the book, simply, first of all, because, everyone's interested in their stories. But I think most often my favorite chapters are from the guys you're talking about, Dave. And let's face it, that a lot of the time that is the fighters. All right. There's I don't aim to have a high predominance of fighters or anything like that in the book. But I think from the time I've covered hockey, I've realized that most often the greatest characters in the game are the fighters. And, in this book, Jason Strudwick, Zenon Konopka, Darcy Hordichuk, Todd Simpson, these guys who, again, were not big necessarily names in the NHL, but their stories are so freaking hilarious. And I'm not sure why that is, that the guys who, have bashed heads in and had their heads bashed in tend to be the funniest, most entertaining characters there are. Maybe that's how they get through their careers and the role that they had. But yeah, you're 100% right. And that was certainly one of the goals when I started writing the book. So obviously I wanted to have, the Sidney Crosbys and the Tkachuks and so on in the book. But I didn't really care who you were as long as you had a great story. One of my favorite stories in the book is about a beer league team that gets to play against McDavid and Draisaitl. So no one will have ever heard of the guys on the beer league team, but just them telling the story of getting to play the two best players in the world is, to me, that's exactly what a story should be, right?
Could a coach get on the beauty list? And where I'm going with this is Bruce Boudreau would be my obvious, because there's so much stress and pressure in doing that job at that level. I wonder if you even have time to see the humor in anything you're doing.
Yeah, so definitely I'm trying to think. The first book, I think, had about 3 coaches. John Cooper has one of my favorite stories in either book in it. And I did an entire chapter with Bruce Boudreau in this book. I think it's the 3rd or 4th chapter of the book, because he's worked with us for the last couple of years and, told me some stories on air, on Trade Center and off air that were hilarious. And so I wanted to do, an entire chapter on Bruce's life. And it's hilarious. The opening scene of the chapter is him as a junior player streaking through a restaurant with his underwear on his head. And it ends up actually hurting his dress. It actually is a first domino of like that story. He ended up getting cited for indecent exposure or something. And it ends up hurting his draft status. And he ends up
character issues.
Ends up going to the WHA, and then the team folds, and he ends up down starring in Slapshot. And so even before he became a coach, he had 100 great stories. And then, there's stories with OV and such. So Bruce could definitely do a book. It was a pleasure to write 4,000 words or whatever I wrote on Bruce, but he could definitely do an amazing book with all his stories. And you're right. Coaches are probably up there with the fighters for among the best storytellers, because I think they see things from a distance, and most of them a lot of them have played minor league hockey, and they weren't necessarily the best player, and that's how they ended up behind the bench. So, maybe I'll do a beauties coaches one time where it's just all stories from coaches.
We're with TSN's James Duthie, author of Certified Beauties. Get it in bookstores now. If you're looking for that last-minute shopping gift right now, next couple of days, go get that. Just a couple more minutes we got with you here, James. 49ers. Brock Purdy, 5 touchdowns yesterday. No Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs. Is this the year?
First of all, that was I'm very high on my Niners right now, because I thought this was a lost season when Bosa and Mikael Williams and Fred Warner all went down, probably the 3 best defensive players in a span of 2-3 weeks. I wrote the season off, and I was, this is a kind of horrible fan I was in, even though they were 4-2 or something. I was in tank mode, because I said, this is useless. Don't go out there and go, 9-8 or something, and then be in the middle of the pack. Go out and get a high draft pick. And they kind of survived. And Robert Saleh is such a good defensive coach. I think it's really, frankly, amazing what they're doing. Obviously, I'm kind of biased towards this team, but even last night, the week before, they had 8 defensive starters out, And for them to, they've had an easy schedule. That helps a lot. But for them to be where they are, and last night was like peak Purdy, Kittle, McCaffrey. And now I think it's within. I still think they don't have a chance unless they get the top seed and they get the bye, which takes now a win over the Bears and a win over the Seahawks, both at home, which is doable. It's the remarkable situation they're in right now. They don't have to go on another road trip, right? Because
Super Bowl
last 2 games at home, win the both. Path goes through San Francisco, and then the Super Bowl's in San Francisco or Santa Clara. So I think it's been one of the most satisfying seasons as a fan, just because I think the expectations were low and they've kind of scraped through. I think they'd still probably be in trouble against the Rams, but you never know, and especially if you get the number 1 seed. So, yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I think I've told you guys before, you're right, we haven't talked in too long, but it's really the only team I still cheer for. I don't cheer for an NHL team. I kind of cheer for, whatever Canadian team's on the longest run. I definitely cheer for Team Canada, at the World Juniors, and not overtly when I'm on the air, but I certainly would like Team Canada to do well, whether it's Olympics or World Juniors. But the Niners are really it as far as my fandom goes. And so it's cool for them to have a decent run like this.
A 2-part question then for this next one. What was it like being at the World Cup draw? And are you getting excited? Are you already excited about the World Cup where, you get to host Team Canada matches on Canadian soil?
Yeah, it was super fun. It was really weird. Like just the whole, I won't get into it, but
We know.
The whole thing was weird. The whole FIFA show was weird. I can't figure it out. Like, I think we have producers at TSN who could put together a better hour of TV and with a day's preparation than what they do with a crazy budget. And I can't quite figure out why they do what they do and how they do what they do. But it was still really neat to be a part of. It does when the World Cup, I went to do an interview, a hit with Atiba Hutchinson, our former Canadian captain, who's one of our panelists, and he was there as a FIFA legend. So they were all staying at the Waldorf Astoria, and so we went there to pick up Atiba to go do our hit, and the entire lobby was basically packed with all the FIFA legends, right? So you had just like every World Cup hero ever basically living, sitting in this cocktail bar and in this lounge. And it was overwhelming for Atiba. So a guy like me, I just thought it was so cool. So that is the one thing. And, what I've learned in Qatar, what I learned covering the Women's World Cup when it was in Canada, it is just, I don't think Canada really has an idea yet, Vancouver and Toronto, what's coming, because the world, it's, as great as the Olympics are and everything, I guess the Olympics in Vancouver would be the only thing compared, but the passion that soccer fans have, and when they invade a city, it's pretty darn cool. So I can't wait. I really hope they do. I'm a little bummed, honestly, about the Italy thing. I think it would be a great matchup if it is Italy-Canada in the opening game. I think it's a bit of a drag for Canada to wait, to have a once-in-a-lifetime World Cup, and you'll open at home with 2/3 of the fans cheering for Italy, which I don't think that's the ideal situation Jesse Marks was hoping for.
I will say, I'm an Italian. I have an Italian citizenship.
Yeah.
There's no way you cheer for Italy if you're Canadian.
I know Toronto's a different vibe though, Matt. Like
that was always my connection to Italy. It was through the Azzurri. I have been following that national team. I have done the pain in the last couple of World Cups.
Yeah,
you got to cheer for. You could cheer for Italy against Switzerland. You could cheer for Italy against Qatar. Both could move on, but it's got to be Canada over Italy.
I've had that conversation with every one of my Italian Canadian friends, and I get beaten down. It's just so much in their blood for their entire lives, I think, and their parents, I think, have just ingrained it so much in them. But I'm with you. I think for that game, you got to. But so I'm torn, because it would be an incredible show to have Italy and Canada in the opening game. But there's part of me that wouldn't mind Wales seeing the upset, so you could have just 40,000 Canadian flags going nuts. I guess there'll be some Welsh there people as well. But I'm a little bit torn that way.
As an Italian, the good chance they still don't make it because they have not looked good. James, Certified Beauties in store now. Thank you so much for taking some time joining us.
Great to see you again.
It was great chatting with you and seeing you in person.
It's so awesome to see both you guys. The studio looks great. Please have me on again when I'm not so rushed around trying to squeeze in a Christmas before I head out for the World Juniors. But I'd love to come on and chat with you guys longer about other things because, like I said many times on the air in Edmonton, it was my favorite segment every week because, often here in Toronto when I'm doing the bits, it's all about, it's like 15 minutes on the Leafs penalty kill. And Dave or if Matt was filling in, you guys always took me all around the world and sometimes not the sports world. And we talked about everything. So it was great fun. And congrats that you're doing this now. And I love the set. And happy to come on again.
Thanks so much.
Great stuff.
Enjoy.
All the
Merry
best.
Christmas to you and the family. Enjoy the World Juniors.
Yeah, have a great holidays, guys. Much love to everybody out there. Take it easy.
James Duthie, TSN. Again, if you need that last-minute gift, or even if you just want to get one more last-minute gift, or for yourself, you want to wrap up your own gift. I used to do that. Certified Beauties, more of Canada hockey's greatest untold stories. Sidney Crosby with the forward. You don't hear Sid do a lot.
No.
James got Sid doing that.
And
That
I think
speaks that-
Luongo did the first one.
He did the first one. That speaks to James Duthie as well, who he spoke about it there, just you, and then when I filled in, we'd go around the world. Him and Bruce Arthur. They were my two favorite guests because we did go everywhere. And anywhere.
After Prince died, James came on the show. And
I don't remember this.
And he mimicked the guitar solo in Dove's Cry.
I forgot that.
Yes, and it was actually really quite good. But yeah.
I have all that audio. I'll have to go find it.
Yeah. No, it was good stuff.
It's great chatting with him again. Sorry I didn't throw more your way.
No, listen, you let the conversation roll there.
We were a little tight. He had a little bit of a harder out today. But I'm glad we were able to squeeze it in because you've been trying for him on the morning show.
Yeah.
The few times you've been in.
His schedule is rigid.
And I can't ask for him on the Hangouts because he's not in Edmonton. So it was a good chance for us to finally speak to him, and we'll have to get him again at some point. Might be a man who could push for guest of the year. Says Baptized Big Uke. Yeah. If James Duthie was on a more regular basis, if anyone else grabbed him on our station, he would most likely, I think, would come close to winning a guest of the year. He is just that good. This is the Nielsen Show. Matt Awanek, Dave Jameson in for Dusty and Eric alongside YouTube, Trev. This 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock hour was presented by GameSense. When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed. Visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your GameSense. We've got a jam-packed final hour of the Nielsen Show here on Edmonton Sports Talk, presented by Weiss Johnson and Play Alberta. We've got kind of easy trivia for Mr. Mike's. We've got 3 questions too many for this great staff at Park Mazda. We've got Taylor from Polyrhythm Brewing to stop by for Sobeys Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week. We got the GCL Diesel Orange and Blue Breakfast. We got the wrap for William Huff. That's all to come. But first, here's a YouTube Trev Sports update here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton Sports, presented by Play Alberta.
Tonight as the Edmonton Oilers welcome in the Calgary Flames. Be sure to tune in to the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pre- and post-game show with Tommy and Benny as they break down and preview tonight's matchup. Puck drop is set for 7 with pre-game coverage starting at 6. 12 other games around the league tonight, including the Maple Leafs hosting the Penguins. The Sabres look to make it 7 straight wins as they visit Ottawa. And the Canadiens are in Boston to take on the Bruins with puck drop set for 5 o'clock. Some news from last night, the Toronto Maple Leafs have fired assistant coach Mark Savard, who had been with the team since June of 2024. Just 4 games on the NHL schedule from last night. The Lightning skate past the struggling Blues with a 4-1 win. The Flyers snapped the Canucks with 4-game win streak, winning 5-2. Newly acquired Mason Marchment scored twice as the Blue Jackets beat the Kings 3-1. And the Kraken knocked off the Pacific Division leading Ducks 3-1. Monday Night Football saw Brock Purdy throw for 295 yards and 5 touchdowns as the 49ers improved to 11-4 on the season with a 48-27 win over the Colts. And on the hardwood, it was a 7-game slate in the NBA last night. Canadian star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander scored 20-plus points for the 100th straight game as the Thunder defeat the Grizzlies 119-103. Nikola Jokic recorded a triple-double in the Nuggets' 135-112 win over Utah. And a busy night in the NBA tonight with 14 games on the schedule, including the Raptors in Miami taking on the Heat. Tip-off for that one is set for 5:30. The Sports Update brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area since 1993. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood Leduc.
Taylor Hall, he came in and moved them all. 1-for-1, the deal's done. Bobby Mack let us know. Ryan Stromey lost it twice. Drake from Manning was not nice. 2 good picks, they went for Griff. Pete just had to go. Eric Greiber buyout, what was that all about? Miko signed a 3-year deal, and my friends, that ain't no steal. Traded for Spooner, shoulda canned him sooner. Chris Russell, Lucic, no movement on their deal. Pete left a tire fire. Bobby Nix is searching for the perfect person. Pete left a tire fire. Now it's tough to do well when you're stuck in cap hell.
The Nielson Show featuring Lieutenant Eric.
Let's play another game. I mean, I want another chance. Let's play another game.
Uncle Phil, I don't know. Time is very...
Back here on the Nielson Show with Lieutenant Eric Matawanek, Dave Jamieson with you here, alongside YouTube Trev. Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. I forgot to say text in to play Kind of Easy Trivia, but people just texted in. So we've got people to go with. Kind of Easy Trivia for Mr. Mike's. Absolutely. They know what's going on. They know what's happening. They want
our show better than we can do it.
They want to be the one to make it 71-0 in the Cruise FM area. Kind of Easy Trivia. It is for Mr. Mike's Steakhouse Casual with a new location opening soon in Bonnie Doon. Check out MrMike's.ca for more details. Order online and skip the dishes or DoorDash. Mr. Mike's, eat locally, enjoy casually. We need a couple questions for 3 questions, too many coming up as well. So text those into 780-218-9999 or jump into the nasty chat. If you have any questions there, Shotsky, Jerry, don't look past Ukraine when it comes to the World Cup. Well, I'm sorry, Jerry, but no, with all due respect, as a Ukrainian as well, they're not winning the World Cup. But they should hopefully make it. That would be a lot of fun if they can make it. Would have a game in Mexico. I was looking at their potential schedule. I was looking at where I would maybe want to go, but I'm kind of giving up on
and
going
good
to this
and
World Cup.
wonderful for a nation that could use a lift.
Absolutely,
emotional.
Absolutely. They just missed out on the Euros last time. It would be great if they could qualify and get in this one. And honestly, if it's sad though that they wouldn't play a game, I don't think, in Canada if they did, because it would have been like, as much as there's that Italian side, a lot of Ukrainians here. I will say that, and I don't care that they live out in Toronto. I'm an Italian just as much as they are. Mm-hmm. Well, not really. I'm only 50%. But people in Toronto, if you're Italian,
yes,
but Canadian first, born in Canada. Like I was different if you're born in Italy.
Oh no, here we go.
You cheer for Canada. What
Maddie's
are we doing here?
Tell people how to cheer and
Absolutely,
what
I am.
nation
Because
to
I'm
align
in the
with.
exact same position on this one.
This will go well.
I have my Italian citizenship. I could bring in my passport next time I'm on the air. As I was
We
telling
believe
James,
you. We believe you.
My connection to Italy always was through the Azzurri.
Okay.
You're taking on Canada in a World Cup in Canada. It has to be Canada. There's no question about this. What are we doing here?
My connection to Wales, my mother's side of the family, is Welsh, right? So I guess I could claim. I won't. I don't think of myself as Welsh unless I'm drunk. But that's, I I see your point, but I'm always reluctant to tell people how and who they should cheer for. I understand
This
that
is
the
national
whole
team, though. You're born in Canada. What are we doing here?
What are we doing here?
Yeah.
That could apply to a lot of things
Absolutely.
in life. What are we doing
I'm
here?
sorry, that one, I just no time for that.
What are we doing here?
I have no time for that one. And it's not even like as just some Canadian. I'm in the same boat as you. I'll be cheering for Italy hard when they take on Northern Ireland and hopefully Wales, and then to move on to the World Cup. I've been devastated by their losses. I'm there with you, with all those Italians there. But if you're a Canadian Italian, Canada's first.
Is
then
that
cheer
soapbox you carry with you heavy?
No, because it's not on. This one's easy. Because you could then cheer for Italy to beat Wales or Qatar, then beat Switzerland. They move on. Canada beats Italy, beats Qatar. They move on. Best of both worlds. Would you like to get the kind of easy trivia from Mr. Mike?
Well, do you need a breather?
This is where it comes in. You get asked the questions.
Okay.
Trev,
I'll
who do we
do
got
better
playing
than
today?
yesterday.
Playing today for 71-0, we got Lil Johnny.
Lil Johnny.
Lil Johnny, yes.
Okay, Lil.
Little Johnny, how we doing on this Tuesday? How are you today?
Good, boys. How are you?
Excellent.
I'm doing well. You ready? Have you actually played before? I should start with there.
Yeah, I have.
Okay, so you know the rules.
I was like 37-0.
Oh, you were at 37-0.
Oh.
So you're not going to be feeling the pressure today.
You built this city.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, all right, little Johnny. Here's what we do.
Yes.
You got something to read?
Well, it's Dave will ask the 5 questions. You got to go 3 of 5. The ticker will start after the first question. Are you ready to go?
Oh, yeah, let's go.
JMO?
Who do the Oilers play tonight?
The Flames.
Which Oiler is on a 10-game point streak right now?
Connor McDavid.
Which Canadian NHL team fired an assistant coach yesterday?
The Maple Leafs.
Did San Francisco win the NFL Monday Nighter?
Yes, they did, sadly.
Is Colts quarterback Phillip Rivers 44 years old?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
No sweater.
My name is Julius, and I'm your twin brother. I've been looking forward to this moment my whole life.
Excuse me, but I was just taking a shower. Tell me a little bit about Vincent. Was he a great athlete? Was he interested in chess and poetry?
My name is Julius. My name is Julius. My name is Julius.
You cannot come to my house. No, not today.
You cannot come to my house. No, not today.
Not a sweat. Calm, cool, collective.
Lil Johnny is the EST equivalent of the 72 Dolphins. Unblemished. What happens when that streak ends? Like I know
one?
it's a dark.
This
the darkness descends. I can tell you that much.
It opens up the floodgates. We have a few more losses coming, I think.
Oh, you say it's one of those.
Yeah.
It's not immediately kind of like the Eskimos back in the day.
Yeah, it's one. If I recall correctly, when we started EST,
yes,
we had a stretch for a little bit. It didn't go this long, but we had a stretch of 20 to 30 or so in a row. And then we had a few wrong in a row. That's where I feel like once it happens, people will be a little too stressed.
Losing becomes a habit, man.
Yeah, can't let one happen.
You know what? That's one that could be a T-shirt for Trev. Losing becomes a habit.
I would wear that.
Win ya.
Win ya. Oh,
yeah, win ya.
Take me back.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. I'm very happy.
Me too.
3 questions too many for the great staff at Park Mazda. We'll get to that right now. Mitch and his great staff. They'll be cheering for Canada at the World Cup.
Because you told them to.
I don't know why that's like the Dash is coming at me saying it has to be my way. Like I don't know how that's a thing that I'm on something like cheer for Canada. If you're like, why wouldn't you cheer for Canada? If you're Canadian, if you're born in Italy, that's a different story. If you're born in Canada, this is the only country you've lived. Why are you cheering for Italy against Canada?
Well, if I may, and I far be it from me to argue on Dash's behalf, maybe Dash is thinking, well, you know what? We are in a democracy. Cheer for whomever, maybe you like a certain country's kit more than another.
No national pride anymore.
Well,
no national pride anymore.
There's lots, Matty. You know it.
It's gone. It's all gone.
Hey, we wrapped ourselves in the flag for the Blue Jays.
It's all gone. Yeah, we can do it for the Blue Jays, but we can't do it for
Yeah.
Canada's actual national team. We're going to do it for for Italy, who aren't actually that good right now. And it's very frustrating.
Easy. You're out there on the tip of the wing right now.
What's controversy of the year? Oh, there's nothing from Brandon and Windsor. Oh, he was saying because of yesterday. It ended. He didn't say McDavid. It answered after the buzzer. He did say McDavid. El Presidente yesterday did say McDavid. I will just throw that one out there right now.
Yeah, we looked at
before actually getting 3 questions too many, I don't have a contender right now for text of the day. So be sure to get those texts in. I don't think we have a number one contender.
Yet.
Not yet. That's why I'm throwing that one out there.
Right.
3 questions. First question. I see I got one in from Atif. If you have any questions, throw those in. But the first question. It's Christmas season where you could gift one gift to Edmonton sports team. Any Edmonton sports team, City of Edmonton sports in general, whatever it might be. You want to bring an NL team, whatever it is. What's your one gift for Edmonton sports?
So for the long-suffering fans.
Well, for me,
not long-suffering.
My gift is giving the Edmonton Elks a winning streak to start their season. Allow them to start this season business-wise right. Allow them to get 2 or 3 wins in a row to start and go into July.
Wins with good weather.
Absolutely with the expectation, oh my God, this team might have turned a corner, as opposed to, they're 0-5 again. Why am I going to bother showing up?
Sure.
And you have this uphill to climb from a business perspective that's a little too high.
Yes.
I would love for the Edmonton Elks to have a nice start to the season, not even for a football perspective, like, hey, go win the Grey Cup, but just make things a little easier for them to try to convince fans to come back to Commonwealth Stadium.
It is a slow process, right? And yeah, I'll let you live with that. You know what I'd like? a return to health of Tristan Jarry, and that Tristan Jarry is the solution to whatever the goaltending problems you believe ail or have ailed the Edmonton Oilers over the last, let's just say, 2 years. Okay? That Tristan Jarry is the one who provides the Oilers with the consistency between the pipes that will, and if you think the Oilers are headed back to a Stanley Cup for a third straight time, that he becomes the difference. Did I steal from you, Trev?
Amen, brother.
I don't know what else you would give the sports fans of the city that would have more impact than that.
Yeah, that's great.
Well,
that's really good. Yeah, yours kind of connects with mine. I would just say I would gift the Oilers another Stanley Cup final appearance this year.
You would want one this year?
Well, I mean, I'd want one every year.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah, but
next year. But next year's more realistic.
Yeah, you don't want to become the Buffalo Bills and getting there a lot and not winning.
Yeah.
That's a hard thing to shake. Well, yes, it is. Ask the Bills.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that would be mine. And kind of like I said, like the Tristan Jarry, is he the missing piece? I don't know. Maybe. I like the Oilers' chances with him in net a lot more, though.
Why does this keep shutting down on me?
Oh, no, not the thing with the internet.
Well, my connection to Cruise keeps I keep losing the connection. I have to restart the computer again.
How can I assist you?
We've got time. It's restarting.
Look at the way
right now.
Tube jumps to help, eh?
I think it's restarting.
That's supporting.
Yeah, that's good.
Chris Sadaway. My gift would be a 7,500 soccer forward stadium.
Ooh.
Soccer specific, maybe soccer forward stadium built along the LRT in the downtown adjacent neighborhoods. To get a 7,500 seat stadium, you'd get CPL back.
Okay.
Easily. I actually would change. I would like to get a little, if I was going another gift, I'd like to get a little more clarity on the future of the Edmonton Elks home. And what does that mean? Are we sticking with Commonwealth? Are we going to do, which then eventually is going to need some cash put into it? Are we looking at a new facility? If we're looking at a new facility, 30,000 seat stadium that could also fit soccer, well, what are we going with here?
When FIFA passed on Commonwealth, that was, I believe, and what I've heard from some much closer to it, it was the last sort of ditch effort to get civic money, government money poured into Commonwealth.
But then what are we doing?
Well,
where are the Elks going to go play? And what are we doing? Because we have AC/DC, Guns N' Roses, Foo Fighters, all outdoors next year.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing to keep those? Because we've talked about this. What are we going to hear after each one of those shows? We're going to hear the complaints about the concourse. We're going to hear those type of complaints. Well, what are we doing about this now? So I would love just some sort of clarity of where are we heading from here? We can't just sit. The World Cup was decided that we weren't getting it. I want to say 23. So it's been 2.5 years since we didn't get it. And we've just been sitting in limbo on what's the future here.
Well, now, I mean, concerts aside, but are you really going to inject that much cash into that facility for 3 nights?
Right, but so then are we going to build something different that we can maybe dome or retractable roof that we can get more big stadium shows throughout the entire year?
I think it's unlikely.
Okay, then what are the Elks? Are the Elks then just going to sit in Commonwealth and watch it decay away around them, or are they going to try to pump money into it? Like, there's a lot of still different questions that need to be asked and answered.
City-owned facility, private ownership now.
Absolutely.
So it's those are
but
long and hard conversations.
The city has benefits for having a facility too, and that's where
it has since 1978.
It'd be nice to have a little bit more clarity in the water coming around. Question number 2, this coming in from Atif. Your favorite playoff moment in the last 2 seasons for the Edmonton Oilers?
Favorite playoff moment? I'm terrible at teasing out moments of stuff that, I mean, when I used to work in football, I couldn't remember the score. Like,
well, you're
10
kind of
minutes,
a little busy.
5 minutes. Well, yeah, but you know what I'm saying. Like, I think we won. I hear people singing and dancing.
Yeah.
But I don't know how did it end up that way. But I'm trying to think like a moment, sort of an iconic moment.
It's just something that stands out to you. Is there even one?
Oh, there's
right for you though, personally. Like it's Trev. Is there one that holds out?
Yes, I was very fortunate to go to the Stanley Cup final this year with my father and my brother. And even though the Oilers lost, they actually they looked terrible that game. That is something I will carry for the rest of my life. That was just unreal.
Because it's also maybe hard to think of the good times of those last 2 playoffs because they didn't end as people wanted. They ended in heartbreak. And maybe it's good to look back and think of the positives that
there's
happened
so
during
many.
that.
I mean,
right?
to get to that point,
they won.
Had more good than bad.
They won
obviously.
15 games 2 years ago in the playoffs.
Yes.
Last year they would have won 14 games, I believe, because they won 2 games in the Stanley Cup. So, like, you won a lot of playoff games in there.
Yes.
I go back like that. Game 1 last year against the LA Kings when they were down big, and even though they lost that hockey game, for them to have that third period comeback,
that was
you
unreal.
Just knew this Oilers team just has the Kings numbers. It's over.
Yeah.
I think the one for me, and I'm going to be light on details, was the Kings series 2 years ago. Was there not a game where they staged an incredible... McDavid won? Did he win the game or the series? And there's this incredible shot of him celebrating. And I'm pulling a blank here. I know it was against the LA Kings. I mean, I know that, there's a number of moments against that team postseason.
It's funny. I know exactly what you mean. Like the years kind of they
start to blend.
Yeah, they've been blending a little bit for me the last few years. It's like, it was that the first year they played the Kings, second year, third year, fourth year. It's a mix.
I can't remember,
I don't know.
I can't remember 2 years ago, and yet I can remember probably where I sat at the 72 Canada-Russia game at the Pacific Coliseum.
Yeah.
I could probably find those seats today and remember virtually everything about the game.
Edmonton Gus is beating Vancouver Game 7 and 24 and completely ruining their franchise after.
Awesome.
Baptized Big U. Kane scoring while the crowd sings Living on a Prayer was sick.
Pretty cool. That was awesome.
A couple of those ones coming in. So those are a couple of other people's favorite moments.
That Vancouver win.
If you extend this a few more years back, you could also talk about how they
Battle of Alberta,
took the Calgary Flames out. And
5 games.
It's funny, though, that you want to say they took out the LA Kings.
And Kachuk.
Yeah. But them going at it?
Yeah. And how...
Last couple of years?
Yes.
I could be looked at in a poor way because... Well, Kachuk got his number in the Stanley Cup final last year.
True,
game
but
3 or 4, he took too many penalties, Kane.
But that was a reminder that physicality still works.
Oh, yeah.
Intimidation still works.
Max Pizzozu, this might be what you're thinking. Game 7, 2022, McDavid scored the 2-0 goal. That might be one.
My apologies. See?
Yeah.
Also,
I'm
Game
starting
7,
to
Cody
conflate.
Ceci scoring the game winner. That's one for him.
there's so many, right? And when you win a lot, you're going to have a lot of good stuff.
Here's another
You're a bad team. This is easy.
Kevin Berg not losing the cup on home soil is a win. Hey, there's that even. If the fact that Oilers aren't winning a cup didn't happen on your home ice, you don't want that. That didn't happen. So question number 3, this coming in from Chris Sadaway. It reminds me of a guy we used to have on the station that you would ask him a question kind of similar to this. I wonder if you're going to remember the person I'm thinking of once I read this question. What would you have on a menu for a 3-course meal with drink pairings for a Christmas dinner? Remember Mr. Matt Cause?
Oh, do I ever?
You would just throw anything that was happening.
Well, it was a ridiculous question, yes. For the backstory in that, Matt Cause, who is he still
TSN
on the air
radio
in Toronto?
Yeah, he's out on TSN radio in Toronto.
He's also a sommelier, correct?
Oh, I don't know actually.
And is highly trained and highly skilled in wine and so we just started, for some reason known only to us, what would you pair for a CFL West semifinal? What would be your wine pairing? And then, of course, it morphed off into even more ridiculous stuff.
We'd have him on, and you'd be like, hey, we've got Oilers Leafs tonight.
What would you pair?
What wine are we going with this one tonight?
Right.
And he'd be like, well, let me tell you. And then he'd just go off. And
oh, there was some nice stuff from the Niagara region. Yeah, no, I remember that.
And then he would relate it to like, well, yeah, so it's like it's cold here in Toronto. The game's here in Toronto. So you're going to want something that's going to warm you up a little bit. So this red from Argentina, it really is.
It was fantastic.
It was great. But is there a menu for a 3-course meal with the drink pairing for Christmas dinner? What's something you'd have on the menu for something like that? I feel like that's got to be like a nice prime rib if I'm doing like drink pairings with it or something.
Well, okay, there's I mean, you'll get this. There's me, old me, and then there's me now with my food options.
Correct.
Me, right? Old me would go, prime rib for sure. I got to admit I'm a little tired on turkey.
Are you?
I may be coming to the end where that's sort of a staple.
I love turkey.
Well, I understand
why.
why.
I'm into that one.
And I've had a long run with the bird. Prime rib, I got to get some Brussels sprouts in me.
You want to know something? Brussels sprouts are amazing.
They are. And is there a reason we don't have more of them throughout the year?
I don't know. I know that I grew up just thinking that they looked like little brains and who wants to eat this cabbage. And as I've grown up, I realized that this is such an amazing meal. You don't even, to cook it, you ultimately, all you really need is salt and pepper and a little balsamic. You don't need anything else to it. And it is dynamite. Mm-hmm. But then there's so many other things you could do with it.
Trev knows a lot about.
Are you a Brussels sprouts guy?
From the land. Trev knows stuff from the land, how things grow.
Yeah, I do. I've know quite a few. I have to watch quite a few videos.
Sure.
I've got some farming background in my family.
Yes.
A little bit. Nothing too crazy.
But why can we... Brussels sprouts, they've got to be available else at other times, right?
They're still available.
We just, they slide kind of the back and off to the...
That is something you always need to find on sale, though, because I think I saw them for like $4.90 or $5.90 a pound or something like that.
That's called surge pricing.
Never
out of season.
Never had a Brussels sprout.
What? Seriously?
I've smelled them several times.
And?
Don't mind it. Don't hate it, but I don't mind it. I don't know. I don't know why I never go in for that bite, though. I just smell it.
If you ever see it in a restaurant as like an appetizer, get
grab it.
It's like
I guarantee it'll be delicious.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had a bad Brussels sprout at a restaurant.
Have you never been offered one, or you?
Oh yeah, no, they come by, and I kind of just keep passing it. I'm like, give me the stuffing.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
But I smell it as it passes by my plate. You know, I give it a whiff.
It is not past.
I don't hate it. Like I don't hate it. I don't know why. I kind of just there are foods where I look at them and I'm like, that looks gross. But I don't mind the scent.
Go hard to the paint.
Like
go hard to the paint in life. Give it a shot.
Yeah. I need to start living.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Set up in front of the goaltender and take that shot.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have a Brussels sprout and I'm gonna take a video of me eating it and send it to you.
Send it to me. Oh no, you'll post it on your channel.
Probably.
And turn it into content.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's good.
Brussels sprout and provolone. Has to be grilled Brussels sprouts. Maybe some bacon with the provolone one. I've never actually grilled Brussels sprouts. I should try that one.
All right.
There's 3 questions too many for Park Mazda. Here on the Nielsen Show, Matt Iwanek and Dave Jameson with you here. The Nielsen Show presented by Weiss Johnson. Portions of this hour brought to you by Hammer Injury Law. Serious injuries need a hammer. Minor injury cap. Not all claims are capped. Get the facts straight from someone who knows. Visit hammerinjurylaw.ca or call 1-855-98-HAMMER.
That number again.
1-855-98-HAMMER.
One more time.
1-855-98-HAMMER.
To the people at the back who couldn't hear you.
That's good. That'd be Matty.
Yeah.
Stu, quickly, he goes, with Italian Canadians and people of other heritage, soccer resonates way more with their heritage, not Canada. That is Stu. I'm an Italian Canadian.
Truth.
I'm speaking that you're speaking about me. My connection to Italy was always about the soccer team. My soccer life was always through Italy. Canada's actually good for once, though, and it's on our soil. And there's sometimes a time where you could cheer for maybe your country.
Okay, are we going to be able to buy the kits this time out?
We were supposed to be getting new kits.
I know, but can we actually buy them? Remember, there was a time.
The
last World Cup?
No, last year.
Right.
We had stuff for the Copa, and they didn't have it. It was easily purchasable. You could then purchase them blank. You could not get players. Like, it was very rare to find someone with a playered one.
Don't be offended by this. You're a soccer purist or football purist. Can't be that hard to produce soccer jerseys.
You know who can? The High Product Marketing, official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk, promotional products that bring the buzz. Check them out, thehighproductmarketing.com.
Slick.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thought you'd like that one.
Yep. Walk you right
That's
into
how
it.
you do things. We've got Orange and Blue Breakfast, Oilers, Flames later tonight. Battle of Alberta down at Rogers Place. Tommy and Benny will get you set with the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show, but we'll also get you set with the Orange and Blue Breakfast for GCL Diesel. We've got Sobeys Safeway Liquor Beer of the week. I don't know if has anyone shown up? We're not. Okay. Well, hopefully we'll have our guests here shortly so we can get into that as well. And we've got the wrap for William Huff all to come. We only got 30 minutes left of the Nielsen Show before Christmas. 30? Just 30 minutes left. Then we'll have the Hangout, Lock Shop. I'll be on both those shows. We'll have 2 guys in a goalie EST afternoons and the Reed Wilkins Show as well. He's Dave Jameson. I'm Matt Iwanek. Here's Trev with a sports update. Back on the other side of the break with Orange and Blue Breakfast as well as Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the week.
Alberta tonight as the Edmonton Oilers welcome in the Calgary Flames. Be sure to tune in to the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame and postgame shows with Tommy and Benny as they preview tonight's matchup. Puck drop is set for 7 with pregame coverage starting at 6. Elsewhere tonight, the Maple Leafs welcome in the Penguins. The Sabres look to win 7 straight tonight when they're in Ottawa, and the Montreal Canadiens are in Boston to take on the Bruins at 5. Some news from last night, the Toronto Maple Leafs have fired assistant coach Mark Savard, who had been with the team since June of 2024. In just 4 games around the league as well, the Lightning skate away with the 4-1 win over the struggling Blues. The Canucks' 4-game win streak snapped after falling to the Flyers 5-2. The newly acquired Mason Marchment chipped in a pair of goals in the Blue Jackets' 3-1 win over the Kings, and the Kraken take down the Pacific Division leading Ducks 3-1. Yesterday's Monday Nighters saw Brock Purdy throw for 295 yards, good enough for 5 touchdowns, as the 49ers now improved to 11-4 on the season with a 48-27 win over Phillip Rivers and the Colts. Over to the hard court, just 7 games in the association last night, where Canadian star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has now scored 20-plus points in his 100th straight game. Thunder take this one 119-103 over the Grizzlies, and Nikola Jokic posted a triple-double in the Nuggets' 135-112 win over the Jazz. A heavy slate tonight in the association with 14 games on the schedule, including the Raptors in Miami taking on the Heat. Tip-off for this one at 5:30. It's time now to drink some beer for Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week right here on the Nielsen Show. I'm YouTube Trev. You're up to date.
Daddy. 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 Okay, here we go. Daddy. 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 Okay. Okay, here we go.
Turn down for what? Daddy likes. Turn down for what? Daddy likes. Turn down for what?
Okay, here we go. Daddy. Daddy. Okay. I don't give a damn. Daddy likes. Daddy. Daddy.
Dreisaitl, the duck hunter.
Daddy likes.
Freezing winter temps going down tonight. You know what that means. The gloves are going on and the flow is steady. The water's about to freeze. Baby, it's ready. Out in the yard where the boards are up and the liner is down, I'm gonna make you such a special place, the best in our town. Baby, it's ready.
We're back here on the Nielson Show with Lieutenant Eric. This hour brought to you by GD Liquidators, Auctions and Appraisals, Canadian owned and operated monthly online auctions, gdliquidators.com. Matt Awanek, Dave Jameson in for Dustin Nielsen and Lieutenant Eric. It's time now for Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week. And joining us, Taylor Wasey from Polyrhythm Brewing with us here. Taylor, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Wonderful hat. Love the festive spirit. Oh, I didn't fade up the microphone. There we go.
Thank you for having me. Yeah. Got to be a little festive around here.
Absolutely.
Yes. You guys like puked Christmas. It's great.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised as a bunch of guys here. We actually have a little bit of Christmas. We got a Christmas tree this year.
Nice.
We're quite thrilled by that one.
Yeah.
We may have had a tough decision of whether putting it in the lobby or putting it in our work area at the back.
Oh,
and there's a debate.
Yeah. What did you guys decide with?
Front.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right?
Yeah, right.
Always go front of house.
But there's people. It was Gager and someone else. I think Trev, you wanted it too, but you didn't vote that way.
No, I didn't vote it that way, but I wanted it out over there so I could see it more because that's where I chill.
Yeah, but it's for our guests and all of that to see.
I mean, next
I
year.
don't see it that way. I'm just
next year, 2 trees.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Well, honestly, that was thrown out there this year too. That we should get to.
If the budget
that's true.
We also got these. Maybe we could send those over there or something. Are you all set up for Christmas, or you still got to go do some running around?
Oh, I
and all
still got
that?
to do some shopping.
Do you? You're one of those late
Absolutely.
shoppers.
Yeah.
But you have it down to a science that you know exactly how to do things.
I know where I'm going. I know what I need. It's just getting there.
That's it. It's better than going. Okay, I don't even know where I'm starting. I don't even know where I'm going.
Yeah. I've down to a science again this year.
Perfect. That's the way to do it. Okay, we've got Polyrhythm Brewing for Sobeys Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week. What do you have here in front of us?
So I brought a little bit of a smorgasbord. All of these are going to be featured in the flyer. But one of the big ones, we like to do hazy IPAs. So I brought our mixtape hazy IPA. We brought a lemon cream tea tart ale. Oh. It's a mouthful, but it's very much a lemon meringue kind of forward beer.
Okay.
A lot of fun. And then we have our California Common. It's just a amber style lager sort of style beer. Super easy. And then our easy drinking crispy boy. So we have a Pilsner.
Okay.
Stereo Pilsner.
Is the mixtape? I recognize the mixtape, and I think I've had some. Was that one of your first? Has that been sort of an iconic?
Yep. Yeah,
one for
absolutely.
you? Yeah.
It's been around since day one. We have a New England IPA, which is basically the same thing as Easy IPA, and they've kind of been going head to head since we started.
Okay.
But this one's kind of stuck around for the most part.
What's the difference between New England and hazy?
Not much.
No.
I like to say that a hazy has a little bit more of like a bitterness to it, where New England should be like super creamy, juicy. But that's to say, it's just little differences here and there.
I am a sucker for lemon. So I'm very excited about that one. But let's get cracking into
Let's
some of
dive
these.
in.
And let's
Yeah.
start with the beer of the week. Then let's get into the mixtape, which, like, hey, radio, mixtape, it's wonderful. Cruise FM 95.7, Friday That Rocks, mixtape. It's the way to go.
Of course, I got that.
Do you ever do mixtapes, Trev?
I
do you know what a
not.
mixtape is?
I do.
Okay.
But I never did.
Just making sure.
I was thinking about this on the drive over, and like even when I was making mixed CDs, I would always call it a mixtape anyway. So
I was about to say, I never did the tape,
They're
but it was
still
all
called
CDs.
mixtapes, are they not? I mean, like, compilation is kind of a dull word. A mixtape's got a much better feel.
Yeah.
Okay. This
You want
is
one as well?
Trev will not say no, especially on a day like
this
today.
This guy.
You could run it through a hose to him.
So the mixtape is the main beer of the week, if I'm not mistaken, correct? This is the one on
Yes.
special?
Yeah.
Perfect. So this is at
This is the
Sobeys Safeway
headliner.
Liquor Beer of the week.
Polyrhythm.
Which by Beer Me, and we got a $50 GC to Sobeys Safeway Liquor as well. So text Beer Me, and you'll go into a
Okay.
draw.
Cheers,
let's,
guys.
Let's
All the
go
best
into
for the
this.
holidays, Trev.
To Canada over Italy at the World Cup. Sorry.
Keep driving that home, Maddie.
Oh, that's very nice and smooth. I don't know if I've had that one before,
I've
but
had this.
that's delicious.
That's as good as I remember it.
It's
That's as good as I remember
exactly what you want. It's crisp. That's a good first one for us to have. That's a great beer for Christmas and all that.
How long has Polyrhythm been in business? How long have you
We
guys
will
been doing
be
this?
we'll be 3 years old in March. So
Okay.
we're still new rookies to the game, but we're putting out some beers that we're really super proud of. This year we went down to Washington. We didn't really want to go down to the States, but we went and did some hop selection. So which means we basically go out to the fields. We do some hop rubs. You know, you take the little hop cones, you rub them, you smell them, and then you make a decision if you want to do a contract for a whole year with these hops.
Oh, wow.
With that lot of hops. So we did that, and this is the first time we've brewed this beer with those hops. Little background lore with craft beer.
Absolutely delicious there. You guys are by the TELUS World of Science. For anyone that is maybe doing a little bit of Christmas shopping, it is open tomorrow until 6, I believe. You guys are open, closed Christmas Day, but then open 26, 27, 28 for regular hours. You guys have a lot of hot dogs on you, I've noticed.
Yeah.
You
Gourmet
guys-
hot dogs. We make them from scratch. So we grind the meat, case it, and smoke it ourselves.
Really?
A little bit of fun boutique toppings. Yeah.
They look amazing. The whole list. What's your favorite one to go with?
Probably the Whiskey A Go-Go. It's an LA inspired
Oh,
dog.
yes.
All of our
The
hot
whiskey.
dogs are
Uh-huh.
venue inspired hot dogs, and so we got the Whiskey A Go-Go. It's got it's just tasty. They're all
It's a
good.
very famous place in the music scene.
Yep.
The whiskey. Yeah.
You would know that one. Let's try the second one. Should we get into the lemon? Let's do
You
it.
want to do lemon? Yeah.
Let's do that one.
Keep an eye on that one.
So what is this one again?
So this is a lemon cream tea. So we get all of our tea by Acquired Taste Tea on 124th.
Okay. Yep.
They get a blend in called the lemon cream tea. And so basically we just brew a wheat beer, and then we steep giant tea bags made out of paint strainers. Essentially,
Like how big are these bags?
These are like the big commercial size, like paint straining bags. So we'll usually put so we put about like 3 kilograms or just over 5 pounds of tea into this beer. And yeah, just super easy.
Has it been a thing for a while? I'm seeing more teas being mixed into beers and stuff. Is this a newer thing? Has this been going on for a while?
It's been a little while.
Yeah?
I think it's always fun to play with it. I think tea kind of gives a little bit of a backbone to a beer. But you be the judge.
Oh, I will.
Right.
Let's
Cheers,
do that.
guys.
To the Edmonton Oilers over the Calgary Flames tonight.
Sure.
Let's do
Cheers.
Absolutely.
Ooh, that's really nice.
Yeah.
That lemon's not going to be overpowering in any way, shape, or form. That's always a fear with anything lemon.
You could get like almost sickly sweet.
Like yeah, exactly.
That is
No,
that's
that
a
is
great
exactly
undertone
what
there.
you would want.
Yeah.
The smell
that's
is
a winner.
amazing. Oh yeah. You taste that little bit of that tea with that one?
So tell people again. Tell us, but what's the address there? What can people expect
Address
when they
is
pull up?
11635 145th Street.
Okay.
Trust Google Maps, because as every other good craft brewery is very tucked away in the industrial park.
Okay.
But it's a 50-person capacity brewery, so you roll up there. We've got seating, like a whole loft area upstairs. We have a patio in the summer, dog friendly. We're also kid friendly. So it's a place that you can come with your non-alcoholic drinking friends as well. We got some options. We got sodas. We got the hot dogs stated. So it's a nice little oasis in the middle of industrial, the west end of Edmonton.
Very nice.
I saw on your Insta, and I hope I'm not putting on a spot or anything here, but you guys have Christmas boxes, and there were still a few available or so. So if people are looking for little last minute gifts, what are these Christmas boxes?
Yeah, it's they're Christmas boxes. You can kind of mix and match the things you want to put into it. So you got a couple options. We have these glasses, specially ordered just for that. Leave these guys for you as well, a little gift for
Very nice.
Polyrhythm. But you can also put up to 2 different types of beers in there. So if you're looking for some options to give to people, it's a nice little option. And we also have our bourbon barrel age imperial stout.
Oh,
so that's also a nice little gift to give your craft beer drinking friends and family.
Yeah, unlike you, there's going to be people out there that aren't. They didn't map out their day. They don't know what to get. There's your gift. Gave you an idea. Polyrhythm
Just made
Brewing,
it
and go
easy
get
for
one
you.
of those Christmas So which one should we go into next?
Well, probably I'm going to swap these two.
Okay.
So we're going to go the easy drinking crispy boy. That's our Pilsner.
Nice woo there, Trev.
Thank you.
From the drink or because it's Pilsner coming up?
And I'm a
Pilsner coming
sucker
up,
for great artwork, and it's not surprising given the musical sort of theme and of your business.
Yep.
That this stuff looks like album artwork.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's trying to take all of those elements that are eye-catching, but feel like it's something that you can collect as well.
So are you guys just all big music fans too then? Like,
Yeah.
is that where this all
my
comes
background, I've been drumming and in and out of bands since I was
no way.
12. I was in a band before COVID, and then that kind of imploded a little bit. But then this kind of took off the whole brewery thing, and so I think there's a lot of overlapping with like beer and music being
Yes, there is.
very creative, right?
Yes, there is.
Yeah, it is a science for both those things, but there's a lot of room to play and be creative. So this is a German style Pilsner.
Okay.
So, it's that classic, little bit more of the Pilsner malt that we get is from Hogarth down in Olds.
Okay.
So it's floor malted. It's a very old traditional way to make malt. So with that, you get a lot of expression from the barley itself, and Pilsners, lagers, all that kind of style of beer is the piano beer, because there's nothing to hide behind. You have the music, you have the notes, so you have to be able to make a well-crafted lager. So again, cheers.
So the Pop-Tarts Bowl, December 27th,
Yes, the
1:30 on
Pop-Tarts
ABC.
Bowl.
It's always got to be something. Oh yeah.
A little bit of nutty. There's a little bit of like
Is that what that
spice
is?
in there too.
I like that.
with the barley.
You're gonna crush that one after the show, there, Trev.
I think I'm dibsing that one after the show.
I'm taking the lemon one.
Oh, the lemon
Breakfast
one's really
beers.
good.
That's what. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's these beers of the week segments. They
Yes.
it's 5:00 somewhere,
Yeah, exactly.
And then what's the last beer that we have to
The
try?
last one is a California Common. It is one that most people haven't heard of, but really what it is just an amber style. It originated in San Francisco from Anchor Brewing with a traditional way to make beer out there to cool your wort down. Basically, make barley soup when you're making beer. You need to cool that down. So it was pumped up to the roofs in San Francisco, and it used the ocean air basically to cool it down rapidly. So you'd see all the steam coming off the top of roofs, called steam beer. They have a trademark over the term steam beer, so we call it a California Common. So that's the only difference there.
So it's a champagne has to come from a certain region of France.
Yeah,
that's what this
exactly. There's very few beer styles that are like that, but this is one of them.
So is that a trademark thing, or how does that even work? Is that just?
Yeah, it's a trademark thing.
Okay, I'm always curious, how France has full control. I can't make a champagne and just call it champagne, otherwise the French are going to get mad at me and something like how that works.
Yeah,
but you can imagine some guy in San Francisco. This is happening. Goes, we're trademarking this. This is ours.
Yeah.
And then they got somebody scouring, making sure no one else does.
I mean, it was a far less sophisticated time, but you knew you were onto something.
Exactly. The tragic thing is that brewery closed down, I think, 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh, really?
They were around for 40 years or so. So maybe that trademark will lapse. We'll see. Anyways, cheers, guys.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Everyone, happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh. Like every beer we've had is so easy to drink. So crisp, so smooth.
Man, that is good.
Wonderful taste, wonderful flavoring. Well done. And your logo is awesome. Like you said, all the artwork's in-house. Whoever does all this work.
You got some very talented people
brilliant.
working with you.
And then, appreciate it. So yeah, Polyrhythm for the most part is just myself and my wife Chelsea. She makes all the beer. She does most of the design work for everything. It's yeah. Cheers to Chelsea.
Yes, cheers.
Cheers to Chelsea there.
Chelsea, you're very talented.
So it's just the two of you that have created this and have built this up.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Been no work at all.
Yes, I'm sure it was
So
really
easy.
dead
You just
easy,
woke
right?
up one day,
Dead
got it
easy.
done, and you're like, this was simple. Why aren't more people doing this?
Yeah, exactly. It just prints money. So easy.
So yeah, again, near the Tellus World of Science, you have the Instagram on the can, Polyrhythm Brewing. They have those Christmas boxes if you're looking for a last minute shopping gift. Open tomorrow until 6, I believe it was. Closed 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th. You're looking for something to do after you want a little break from the family. Just saying. Polyrhythm Brewing. Thank you very much for coming in, Taylor. Really appreciate this. Excellent job with all this stuff. Sobeys Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week. Mixtape is the main beer of the week, but you can pick up any of these at Sobeys Safeway. I do recommend this lemon one. They're all fantastic. We'll just take a little bit of a break. GCL Diesel Orange and Blue Breakfast coming up. Taylor, thanks so much. Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Awesome. Taylor's with us here, which is perfect. We'll get to the GCL Diesel Orange and Blue Breakfast here at Edmonton Sports Talk, presented by Play Alberta, 8 o'clock hour, again, presented by GD Liquidators. Call them 447-2787, 780 area code. Visit them, 14510 124th Ave. Orange and Blue Breakfast, Oilers, Flames, Battle of Alberta. OT lost by the Oilers to the Flames opening night. Flames 6-2 in their last 8 games. I'll go around the table here. Do you guys? Who has keys to an Oiler victory tonight? Brad?
Me.
What's
Yes.
your key? You're going to be there.
Key. Yeah.
What's the key to this victory?
Well, first off, I loved how they started their last game. They were shot out of a cannon, and I haven't seen that start. I haven't really seen the Oilers all season long really look like that good right from puck drop. So I think that's essential tonight. I'm going to go with that. I also just ride, the fans are going to be awesome tonight. Like feed off the energy. It's a Battle of Alberta, baby. I honestly think last game was the loudest the fans have been all season. McDavid's just crushing it right now. So, start the game right from puck drop and just continue to build off that. Get the energy going. Get the fans into it. And, lines 1 through 4 should be rolling. So that's my keys to the game.
I'm going to build off that. It's you absolutely have to have the kill shot. They started great, but they let Vegas in the last one, and they just need to just sort of suffocate the Flames. If they get out early, the Oilers that is, and can just eliminate any kind of notion of a comeback. And again, we're in the Pickard and Ingram era. Close out the games. Don't put it on the goaltender to be exceptional here. And they should have, I'm not going to say no problem. Calgary is playing really well right now for a team that is, not on the Oiler level. I think they're fine tonight.
You big Oiler fan?
Absolutely love it.
I follow. Yep.
Do you have a thought of how they're going to beat the Flames tonight? Just McDavid.
Well, always McDavid. I mean, you've seen the highlight clips all the time of him just blowing past, like he just kind of turns the Jets on. But I mean, like you said, you've got the change in the rosters for the goalies. I think that's going to be something that they are starting to get a little bit of a lightning rod with. A little bit of a change. But we saw it last year, too, around the same time when they went for that legendary run around this time. So maybe it's something that they're kind of going to hopefully redo.
Love it.
Game day prediction.
Love it, baby.
Which, by the way, I had stuff that Play Alberta said it was going to be up right away. The early bird bet was Leon goal and the Oilers to win. They said it was going to be up right away. It's still not showing up on Play Alberta, so I'll have to bug them again to get that one up there. Before the boost, it was 156, I think I said earlier. So my prediction is Leon scoring tonight.
I love it. I think there's going to be goals tonight for both teams.
I think it's a multi-goal night for Draisaitl.
Okay, I like that, JMO. I'm going to go
2
Zach
goals,
Hyman.
1 assist.
Zach Hyman, he's going to score tonight as well. I like the Draisaitl getting off the schneid there as well. But Oilers win 5-4. Book it.
Game prediction?
Yeah, I agree.
5-4, same score?
Yeah, 100%.
Let's go, baby.
Although 5-4 are a little close. Other fans might be a little panicky.
Oilers 4-2.
Oh, I don't mind that either. We'll see. Time will tell. I'll tweet about it.
GCL Diesel Oil Stream pre and post game shows. That is to come tonight, and that was your orange and blue breakfast, which was brought to you by GCL Diesel. Providers of the best diesel engine components around, from turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors. They're the critical engine component experts. Proud to serve Edmonton and northern Alberta area for over 50 years. Cam and his crew over there, they know their stuff, and they're amazing people. So GCL Diesel, thank you for being on board for the orange and blue black breakfast. Let's get to the wrap for William Huff. If you want your place to look as good as ours, visit the team at williamhuff.com, in business since 1952. So you know they're incredible at what they do. What did we all learn today?
I know what I learned.
Did we learn anything today?
I know what I learned.
Please go first, Trev. I'm anxious.
Bruce Boudreau went streaking, and apparently
with his underwear on his head.
Yeah, that is awesome. So yeah, I guess when he was still in junior or whatever, when he was still making a name for himself before I think he had some time in the NHL, but yeah, he was went streaking in a restaurant, and that didn't really go well. I don't think for him.
Well, it limited.
I'll have to read the book.
It limited his career opportunities.
I'll have to read the book.
Yes. What did I learn? That Trev has, because of his work conditions here at EST, has been heating his private body parts.
It's cold
with
in here.
With a gift from his stepmother.
Yes, that's a good one.
I was not aware that you were over there feeling pleasure.
No, that's not what it is.
Yes.
I sit on it, okay?
Well,
it warms me up.
Yes, you can.
He likes the warm sensation.
Yes, he does.
Absolutely.
Yes.
This is true. Yes.
The back on the shoulder, which is like you've got pulled from the game again.
Yeah.
Resting that arm.
I need to warm it up again. And then you know what the thing is I'll warm it up after the show, and I'll kind of just sit on the couch, and I'll have my jacket over me. So it hides. Yeah.
I don't have a sound of the day for today.
Why the heck not?
Well, we don't play a lot of sounds. I'm not as connected as Dusty.
Oh.
What are you looking at?
Dash is showing me something?
Oh,
for the hangout, I believe.
Okay. Dash will be here momentarily. The sound of the day. Dash is right there. Oh, I think he's got a gift for you.
Oh, let's go, baby.
What do we get? There's something by the camera over here as well. You might want to get that one. I got to find a text of the day for Royal Pizza.
Hand warmers. I got hand warmers.
Yeah. Timely and topical.
Let's go. Thank you. Shout out Dash. Let's go, baby.
What can we go for?
EST should get you a heated blanket for next year for Christmas.
I would like that.
Well, the problem with that is, like, I'll go with Dustin, that's usually here, and the boss. He doesn't want to turn up the thermostat. So is he going to want to spend money also on a heated blanket? Like that's
small business owner.
Yeah,
you
it's
understand.
true. It's true.
Spend it. If he doesn't want to turn
Understand.
up like by half a degree or office, I don't think he's going to spend on a heated
Look,
blanket.
A heated blanket and a second Christmas tree. At least maybe you can get 50% of those asks.
I would like that. Absolutely. It would be a Christmas miracle. I can just play the Sobeys Liquor if you want.
For what?
Or
For sound of the day? Sure, because then I could pick a text of the day. I'm trying to go through these quickly here.
So this is today's sound of the day.
There you go. There's your text. There's your sound of the day. Rob from the Grove. He has a grievance with Dusty. Not starting the Achy Breaky podcast again. Nothing spectacular for text of the day. Rob from the Grove, though. He's going to Royal Pizza. Still making it great after all these years. He could come in. He gets that GC. I didn't do a good enough job. That's one thing I learned today. Didn't do a good enough job of eliciting those top texts. Plans for Christmas, everyone? Just in town?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Families in town. Families in town. Trev, you all set?
We'll see about that. I don't know. As Tommy says, TBD, bruh. It's to be determined. If the weather is good, I'm heading down south to spend much needed time with my beloved family. And that would be awesome.
Well, the Nielson Show with Lieutenant Eric. It's off for Christmas. This is going to wrap up the Nielson Show until next week. Monday, when we are back, Dustin Nielson, his co-host. You'll be on next Wednesday.
Yes.
Next Tuesday, Will Fraser will be on with Dusty.
Okay.
Next Monday. I don't know if has this been announced on air? Has it been announced on air?
It's a Hall of Fame week.
Do I say it on air?
No, this is good. Or
do I spoil it, or do I let people?
No one will remember. Matty.
HR Daddy.
Oh.
HR Daddy in the house Monday morning. Dustin Nielsen, HR Daddy. HR Daddy makes his on-air debut basically for Edmonton Sports Talk. They're on together on Monday. Then Will, then JMO, then we'll be off for New Year's Day. So that's what's happening next week. Coming up on Edmonton Sports Talk, we've got the Hangout, we got the Lock Shop, we've got EST, Two Guys in a Goal, EST Afternoons, Reed Wilkins Show. We also get GCL Diesel Oil Stream pre and post game shows. Coming up on Cruise FM, Tom Cochran, Life is a Highway. That's how we'll send you back to 95.7.
Yeah.
Variety that rocks. Tom Cochran. Taylor, thanks again. Polyrhythm Brewing. Check them out. Especially if you're looking for that last minute Christmas gift or just looking for yourself or something for this holiday season or any point. JMO was fun these last 2 days. Really enjoyed it.
All the best. Good to see you again.
Thank you to Craig Button and James Duthie as well for joining us. It was really good talking to James once again. On behalf of Trev, Dave, Taylor, I'm Matt. Thanks for tuning into the Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Merry Christmas to everyone. 95.7 Cruise FM. Have a wonderful one. Up next here, though, on Edmonton Sports Talk, it will be the Hangout. Myself, Dash, Jasmine. It's going to be a fun 2 hours. Don't go anywhere. Tune into that on Edmonton Sports Talk. If your choice for Edmonton Sports, Merry Christmas.